Found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
Hi, I'm Mike Wessel, owner of Hilltop Fitness. I am the former University of Arkansas strength and conditioning coach, former Ultimate Fighter contestant, UFC fighter, and Bellator competitor. I offer at Hilltop Fitness many different programs, from kids programs in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kids boxing, and kids strength conditioning and athletic training, as well as adult kickboxing classes and adult Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes. If you have any fitness needs or fitness goals, I'm the person to come to. The gym is open 24 hours a day. You can come in anytime, and if you're looking for that extra motivation, that extra push, no matter how bad a shape you're in, we can help you. And if Craig Miller can come to the gym and get in shape, you can do it as well.
Hilltop Fitness, 1712 North Old Greensboro Road, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Is Raider pride truly justified at Nettleton High School? Does John Adams play a mean fiddle?
That's how you do it, son.
Nettleton High School, where Raider pride is justified.
Well, I'm headed to my school, so happy. I got ready to P-R-I-D-E. We can shoot the hoop and swing the bat. I bet you wish your school was cool like that. Nettleton High School is for me. We got Raider pride, baby. Only school with MTV. Coolest school in history. Now you know our black colors falling deep. When you come into our house, you know you're gonna get beat. Nettleton High School is for me. We got Raider pride, baby.
Nettleton TV production, Raider pride justified.
Yeah, we Raiders got the comfort a loaded. Everybody wants to be a show, a voting. Raider pride in the building, yeah, I know it. Oh yeah, Raider Nation till the day it's over.
Raider pride justified, got it on my side. 6 side, be the guy, run up and you get a high. Pass us the ball, and I'ma score it like.
What y'all know about 5th period Raider pride? Hop up on the field, you might just have to juke and jog. Every day, yeah, I rectify. Cause yeah, you know we 5th period, yeah, we make it live.
What is America? Is it a bald eagle soaring over a Virginian sunrise?
I'll tell you what America is, brother. America is getting your truck fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories.
Russell's Truck Accessories?
Yeah, Russell's Truck Accessories. They got chrome and aluminum wheels. They got big old mud crawling tires. They got lift kits so you can look down on the vegans and commies in their little compact cars. Russell's Truck Accessories. It's more American than Ronald Reagan playing home run derby with John Wayne.
Russell's Truck Accessories is located on South Stadium in Jonesboro.
God bless America and God bless Russell's Truck Accessories.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Yeah, Raider pride. Raider pride. Raider pride. Raider pride.
Raider pride.
I know, kind of makes you just want to break it.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Homecoming at Raider Field, where the Nettleton Raiders are going to be taking on the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles. in a Conference 5A East showdown. My name is Craig Miller. I am joined by my tag team partner for tonight, Grayson Hall. Grayson, Nettleton, Greene County Tech. That's
it doesn't get better than that.
Good a rivalry as we got.
Yeah, absolutely.
Captains for tonight's contest for Nettleton, number 84, the outlaw Josie Perkins. Number 15, Devin Alexander. Number 7, Charles Moore. Number 30, Michael Golden. Captains for Greene County Tech, number 19, Cato Batten. Number 21, Nate Foster. Number 63, Austin Gentle. And number 73, Jacob Sapp. So Tech and Nettleton, as we mentioned, Amazing Grayson, pretty dang good rivalry game right here.
Absolutely. We even have a former Raider that will be patrolling their sideline tonight, Nick Brown, class of 14.
One of the biggest jabronis to ever graduate from Nettleton.
You're right about that. You are right about that. No, you're right. In all seriousness, nothing better than Tech versus Nettleton in any sport, but especially football. Homecoming night, it's beautiful weather outside. It's probably, 65 degrees or so, breezy, clear night. Couldn't ask for anything better than this for a football Friday night.
Nettleton has won the coin toss, and they have elected to receive the opening kickoff. And why not? Because Nettleton has the highest producing offense of any public school in 5A.
So, a.k.a. everybody except for Pulaski Academy.
And Little Rock Christian.
All right,
yes. Appreciate Sean Saunders of the Jonesboro Sun. Does a great job covering the Nettleton Raiders and picked up that little piece of information from his article this week. Great feature on the outlaw Josie Perkins. But Nettleton is scoring 45 points per game.
That's incredible. And especially incredible with the injuries we've sustained at running back and other places.
You talk about injuries. We have had them this year, but the guys are battling through. As it stands right now, Nettleton is in 6th place in the Conference 5A East. They are 1-2 in conference, 4-2 overall. Greene County Tech is 0-3 and 1-5. It looks like we got some smoke down there on the field. How about that? That's a new
some
twist
black
for
and gold
homecoming.
Smoke. I like that.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah.
If they had green and gold, it would not make a whole lot of sense for us. But
no, it would not.
We appreciate our down cameraman. That's Jack Jones. He's bringing you that good-looking angle for sure, and we're glad to have you. This is YouTube, broadcasting live on YouTube, and here come the Raiders through the smoke. That's a good-looking shot right there. Come on, guys. I promise you they're coming. And here come the Raiders. There we go. I like that. Nettleton looking to move to 5-2 on the season. One thing they're going to have to do is they're going to have to step up defensively, and that's one thing they did last week against Paragould. Offense not been a problem scoring points. Nettleton has scored 123 points this year. If this is correct, and unfortunately they've allowed 134. So
I think that's conference play, yes, sir.
That's in conference. Okay, very good. 123 points in conference, 134 allowed. But they've scored much more than that in overall. But they score a lot of points, but they also give up a lot of points.
Yes, sir. Second half last week was a big moment for the Raider defense. I was able to come to the game and watch them. They went over Paragould last Friday night, and the Paragould really hurt us with that run game first couple drives, and then the Raider defense really settled in, was able to get some stops and allow the Raider offense to push forward and end up with a couple score win in that game, and they'll have to do the same tonight.
Dallas Grimes to kick off, and the man who has been back deep for Nettleton most of the years, number 84, the outlaw Josie Perkins. I'll tell you this, if they are smart, they will not kick it to him. Jaden Washington also back there, but if I'm Greene County Tech's coach, I keep it away from number 84.
Absolutely. He's a dangerous return man, and it looks like they're going to kick it right to him.
Yep, how about that? So,
and there he goes.
Josie Perkins across the 40. He is at the 47-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will take over 1st and 10. And as you can see, good burst there by Josie Perkins.
Absolutely. The little line drive kick, one hop right to him, and he got about almost a 30-yard return right there. It looked like he fielded it at about the 19-yard line. Brought it almost to midfield, and now the Raiders have good field position to open the year.
The Raiders' potent offense taking over. In the backfield is Cameron Scarlett as Nasty Nate. Nate is Nathan Young is recovering, and it's overthrown is Josie Perkins by Cade Carter. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
He had him right there. It was a little slot in, play action slot seam route right up the hash mark. Cade had him. If he puts it over the shoulder, it led him just a little bit too far. I expect the Raiders to take a lot of shots like that throughout the rest of the game.
2nd down and 10. Trips outright. To the left is number 6, Kyle Tolley. Cameron Scarlett, the single setback. Give to Cameron. Cameron running right up the middle. He is almost to midfield, and he is tackled by a whole host of Golden Eagles.
Looks like about 2 on that play.
Gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. We mentioned the running back earlier, Grayson. Nathan Young, the starter.
Yes, sir.
He's still, we think, a couple of weeks away from returning. We're hoping to get him back next week at Forest City.
He'll be big when he comes back.
No
Huge
doubt
when he
about
comes
it.
back.
No doubt about
big
it.
Big 3rd down right here for the Raiders. Absolutely.
It's 3rd and 8. We got 2 receivers to the left, 1 wide right. Carter drops back pass, looking, and he's complete to Kyle Tolley. 1st down Raiders. Number 6, Kyle Tolley with a big reception, and it's good to see number 6 breaking out.
He's had a huge last couple weeks, and that's a basic 10-yard hitch route. Hit him with the 1st down, get 4 or 5 upfield. 1st down Raiders.
14 yards on the gain. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line of Greene County Tech. Carter in the backfield with Cameron Scarlett. Trips out right in motion. Briefly is Charles Moore. Carter gives to Cameron Scarlett. The hard-running Cameron Scarlett is down to the 23-yard line, and it's going to be another 1st down. Move those chains.
It's a great play call by offensive coordinator Clint Wilson. You're thin at running back. You're in your backups. You bring in one of your wideouts as an extra blocker, almost like a tight end. You run right behind him. You get a great block. You get 11 yards and a 1st down. 13 yards, excuse me.
Gain of 13, and it'll be 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line of Greene County Tech. Raiders on the opening drive marching down the field. Carter and Scarlett in the backfield. Josie Perkins in motion. Goes back from whence he came. He gives to Cameron Scarlett, and, man, he is just hammered by the middle linebacker. That is number 19, Cato Batten, and that's one of those hits that makes me glad I'm up here.
Oh, yeah, you're not kidding. Batten did a really good job right there not getting fooled by the fake jet sweep, staying in his lane and making a stop, and holding the Raiders to a 1-yard gain right there.
2nd down and 9 for Nettleton. Cade Carter with Scarlett in the backfield. Carter to pass. Looking to his left. It is intended for Kyle Tolley. Incomplete. Good coverage there by Greene County Tech's number 30, Caleb Freeman.
Looked like a little bit of a miscommunication right there. It looked like Carter was going for a pump and go maybe, and Tolley just stayed in his route, and so he just kind of threw it away and lived to fight another down.
3rd down and 9 for the Raiders. Perkins again in motion. Definitely a passing down, and Carter to pass. Rolling left under pressure. Pass is caught by Devin Alexander, and he is inbounds. That's actually Cameron Scarlett.
The running back.
Cameron Scarlett making the play. What a grab there by Cameron Scarlett.
And a dangerous throw. Threw it right into traffic, and he's able to go up, make the catch, get a foot down, and get a 1st down for the Raiders to about the 13-yard line, it looks like.
Wow. It'll be 1st down and 10.
What a catch.
Good throw and a good catch by Cameron Scarlett. That's an athletic sophomore. In motion, Perkins. The give again to Cameron Scarlett. Up the middle, running hard inside the 10-yard line. He'll be stopped at the 8. It's going to be a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 for the Raiders.
Same play the Raiders ran just a few plays ago. You get the defense moving with that fake jet sweep. You give it up the middle. This time they fooled the Tech linebackers a little bit. You're able to get 5 yards and get a good chunk on 1st down.
Less than 9 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. Cade Carter with Cam Scarlett in the backfield. Again, the give to Cameron Scarlett. Looking for a hole. He gets to the 5-yard line. Pile still moving. Forward progress is marked at just about the 6-yard line. We'll call that a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, not a great game, but a positive game. And now you have a situation where you can do so many different things as an offense 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2-ish from the 6-yard line, excuse me. You have to you can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. And you can open yourself up to a lot of different possibilities as a run or a pass.
Carter with Scarlett to his right. This time jet sweep to Josie Perkins. Josie Perkins is upended by number 14, Payne Greer.
It looks like he got the first down.
Knew it was going to be close to the first down. Let's see where they spot.
Very close.
Looking at the line judge, it looks like they got enough, and they do.
They give them first and goal.
First and goal for the Raiders. Good to get that fresh set of downs.
Great job by Clint Wilson. You set him up 2 or 3 times with the fake jet sweep and a handoff inside. Then on a 3rd down, you give it to your wide receiver, and he gets you a first down.
I like it. The give is to Cameron Scarlett, running right up the middle, right side, and he is stopped at the 1-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and go. Actually, he stopped at about the 2. Well, 1. 2nd down and go from the 1.
Look like the 1 1/4 line almost.
Cameron Scarlett is the backup quarterback. Early in the season, they would bring him in at goal line situations like this. He's a very tough runner. Wouldn't surprise me here on 2nd and 1 to see Cameron Scarlett once again up the middle. In motion is Charles Moore, number 7. Give is to
– you run the same thing in a touchdown.
Cam Scarlett, and how about that? Touchdown Raiders, a 1-yard run by Cam Scarlett.
Another great job by Clint Wilson. You've shown him that fake jet sweep over and over again. The last time you gave it to your receiver. This time you fake it to him, you run a trap with your offensive line, and you open up a big hole. He walks in for a touchdown to take an early lead for the Raiders.
37 yards from scrimmage on that drive, Cameron Scarlett, young man, a workhorse for the Raiders. Another workhorse for the Raiders is Michael Golden, and he boots through the point after. With 7:09 remaining in the first quarter, your score, Nettleton 7, Greene County Tech 0. Grayson, that's exactly the kind of drive Nettleton needed to come out and have.
Absolutely. It was, as I mentioned, I gushed a few times about Clint Wilson's play calling. He called a great drive right there, got their linebackers moving in several different directions. Nothing spectacular from Cade, but they didn't need to. They ran the ball relatively well. He completed the passes they asked him to complete, and they take almost 5 minutes off the clock, nice and steady, matriculate the ball down the field for a nice score, and you sit a 7-0 lead, and you ask your defense to go get a stop for us.
I like that drive, and I like the way you use the word matriculate.
Oh, Hank Stram right there.
There you
for
go.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
That's right.
Lenny Dawson at quarterback.
Yes. I don't think he used matriculate in the proper way when he said that, but
probably not. But it still sounds good.
That's right. And it was awesome that you pulled that out.
Nice. Coaches need to wear suits when they coach again. I miss that.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
No. The last one that did was Al Golden at Miami, and he didn't win, so nobody remembers that.
Maybe he ruined the trend. Tom Landry always coached in a suit. The winningest baseball
Bear Bryant
manager,
used to smoke cigarettes on the sideline. I mean,
different world. Connie Mack, the winningest baseball manager of all time.
Always suit and tie.
Managed in a suit.
Coat and tie.
At the 10-yard line, the Tech return is snuffed out by Devin Alexander inside the 20.
It looks like they're going to give him the 20 on forward progress, but really good coverage by the Raiders. Break down, keep him in front of you, make the tackle, and now you force Tech to go 80 yards.
That was Caleb Freeman on the return for Tech. And the quarterback for Greene County Tech is number 20, Cody Miller, no relation. The running back is David Williams, number 5, in the backfield with him. David Williams, an outstanding back, played for Paragould last year, I believe. And there's David Williams. He is met at the line of scrimmage. Initial contact is made by Nettleton's number 22, Stephen Williams. It'll be a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
You see how strong of a runner he is right there. That's just a basic dive play. He gets hit probably 2 yards past the line, and he really pushes forward for a couple extra yards and falls forward and sets Greene County Tech up with a manageable 2nd and 6. And that wasn't a bad job by the Raiders. They got to him quickly. They made the tackle. Just shows you the talent they're dealing with at running back tonight.
Nettleton going with a 4-man front this week. Jacob Taylor, Jorge Salas, Justin Livingston down there, as well as That's Williams again, and he is tackled by Nettleton's Dorian Tucker. Close to a first down.
Looks like they give it to him.
Gain of 6, first down, Greene County Tech. The other defensive lineman is Ryan Crawford down there, number 72. So those guys are – if you're going to beat Greene County Tech, you got to stop the run. Those guys are going to factor huge in that.
And you can tell from Greene County Tech's first 2 play calls, they've watched the film. They think the way to beat Nettleton's running the football. They're going to give it to number 5 and see if we can stop him. And it's up to the Raider D to plug those gaps and make Tech do something different.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Miller in the backfield with Williams. The give is to Williams. He is tackled in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like he loses one.
I believe that's Jorge Salas with the tackle for a loss. That is a loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
And that time the defensive line did a great job getting off their blocks, blowing the play up, forcing Tech into now a 2nd and long, where now it's not as easy to just hand the ball off when it's not 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 6 or 1st and 10. Now you have to think about what you're doing, because now if you're Tech and you get stuffed again, now it's 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. So you've now forced their first hand to see what they're going to do.
Big play on first down for the Raider defense for sure. Williams in the backfield, Miller the quarterback in the gun. And he is going to pass in the flats to David Williams. Good blocking out there and a good job by the Raiders getting to it. He's down to about the 38, 39-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 3 for Tech.
Well, I said you're going to have to force them to do something different, and technically they did, but they really didn't, because they basically just ran the modern version of what a pitch play used to be, which is a swing pass out to your running back. You get your receivers to block out there and see how many yards he can get. Not a big gain, but a decent enough game, but now you got a big 3rd and 2 for the Raiders, 3rd and 3 it looks like actually. If you can get a big stop here and get the ball back, that's a huge momentum booster early in this game.
Williams standing to the right of Miller, 2 receivers to each side of the interior lineman. And the quarterback keeper, and he is met in the backfield. I believe that was Miller on the carry. Stephen Williams' initial contact, and he didn't gain much if he gained anything. It looks like it's going to be 4th down and 3.
Looks like he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they tried to fool Nettleton right there. They gave first 4 plays they ran. They all went to the running back. They try and fool him. Miller keeps it. Raider defense is not fooled. They don't flinch. They tackle him right there in the backfield, right at the line of scrimmage, and force a punt.
Good job by the Raider defense. Jaquan Dent is back after being injured for a couple weeks, and he is back to receive the punt from the Golden Eagles. That's Miller to punt. It's a ground ball. He scoops it. Low punt. Let's see what kind of roll he gets. A pretty good Greene County Tech roll. It's going to be down at the Nettleton 34-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will take over 1st and 10. Lucky to get that one off.
Yeah, that was as they say, a ground ball, as you said, on the snap, and lucky to even be able to punt that thing, and looks like almost a 30-yard punt right there for Greene County Tech, and the Raider offense gets it back. Their defense has gotten them a stop, and now you have an opportunity to go up by 2 scores early in this game and really put pressure on your opponent.
A Raider win would make for a happy homecoming for all of us here at Nettleton for sure. Second possession of the game. Carter in the backfield with Scarlett. 3 receivers left side, 1 up top. Give to Scarlett. He's running right side across the 40-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Good play on first down.
Yes, it was. Once again, you do the same thing you did earlier in the first drive, where you bring in Moore as your receiver, bring him in close to the line, almost like a tight end. You run it right off his backside to the right side, and you get 6 yards on a good first down gain.
Yes, correction earlier. I said gain of 5. That's a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 for the Raiders. Good block on the outside by Nettleton's Kyle Tolley. 3 receivers to the left. The give is to Cameron Scarlett, running tough up the middle. He'll be about a yard short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Actually, they're spotting him. They spotted him a yard further back. It's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Same sort of look for the Raider offense right there. You bring in more as like a flex back in the close to the tight end spot. This time, instead of running the sweep around the tackle, you run a dive and you get a couple yards, and now you got a very manageable third down right here.
Let's see if Carter's going to pass on this 3rd and 2 or give it to his running back, Cameron Scarlett. He gives to Scarlett. Scarlett bounces to the right, looking for a hole, close to the first down, forward progress. I believe they're going to give him a first down. Ball loose, but he was down.
It's going to be very, very close.
Yeah, there may be a timeout for a measurement. The line judge has put the ball right on the 45-yard line. That's where they needed to get for a first down. Let's see if the man in the white hat wants to get a measurement, or if he give the Raiders a first down. He's calling officials timeout, and we're going to have a measurement. While we have the measurement, I do want to say get well wishes to Coach Pat Massey. Coach Massey has been our color guy for several games this season, and he is dealing with a nasty health problem. Nothing life-threatening, thankfully, but he's dealing with kidney stones. And that'll make you feel like it's life-threatening, believe me. Coach Massey, hopefully he's watching it at home right now, and we appreciate Grayson Hall doing.
That's what I like about being young, Craig.
Let's see what the measurement is down there. Charles Moore is saying it's a first down.
Looks like a first down for the Raiders.
And just like Charles Moore foretold, it's a first down. Nice job there by Cameron Scarlett. He needed 3 yards. He got 3 yards.
Clint Wilson's keeping it really simple right now. Raiders have only shown about 3 or 4 different looks. They're running the same kind of motions every single play. That time they ran the same play they ran several times previous drive, where they do the fake jet sweep to the outlaw Josie Wales, as you call him, and then they give it right up the middle for a dive, and it gets them the first down.
Very effective. And there's a minute.
And as they say, if it works, it works.
There you go. A minute and 23 seconds and ticking. Carter to pass, looking deep, little contact down there between Devin Alexander and the defensive back. There is a flag on the play, and it's going to be interesting to see who that was against. I believe that was Matthew Wells that was on the defense for Greene County Tech. A little bumping as they were running, and let's see which way this goes.
Yeah, I couldn't quite – I was watching – I'm guilty of – I was actually watching the ball. I didn't quite see – it looks like they're going to be on the defense. It looked like he just kind of got in the way and tripped up the Nettleton receiver right there. It looks. I don't know if he would have caught the ball or not, but you can't do that. And that'll be 15 yards on you every time. Every time.
We will take it. First down and 10 for the Raiders on the Greene County Tech 40-yard line. 1 minute and 14 to play in the first quarter. Raiders up by 7.
Raiders in no hurry either on offense, kind of slowly moving the ball down the field.
I like that. Carter to the air, caught by Charles Moore. First down Raiders, and Cade Carter threw a dime down there.
Absolutely.
Just put it right where it needed to be. Great catch by Charles Moore. Let's catch the replay on here, Amazing Grayson.
Looks like a basic play action seam route, puts it right over his shoulder, catches it for a nice, it looks like 20-yard gain right there and a first down for the Raiders.
First and 10 on the 20.
It's a beautiful throw right there by Cade Carter, the quarterback.
It really was. Cade has had an incredible senior season. He's continuing it here tonight. Going to the air once again. This time it's incomplete. I believe there was a wrong pattern run there by Perkins. It looks like there was some sort of a mix-up right there for sure.
Yeah, it looks like miscommunication right there. It looked like Cade was thinking we were getting another seam route to the that back pylon of the end zone, and it looked like Perkins thought he was just running a crossing pattern towards the goalpost, and Cade kind of lofts it back there. Thankfully, nobody's back there playing center field, or this thing could have been going the other way.
Exactly.
Instead, falls harmlessly to the turf, and you get a 2nd and 10.
I'll take that. I'll take that option every day.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Cameron Scarlett in the backfield with Cade Carter. Josie Perkins in motion. The pitch to little shovel pass to Charles Moore. It's going to be a gain of a couple. Third
you don't
down
see that play every day in high school.
No, you don't. You don't. As a matter of fact, that's the first time I think I've seen it from Nettleton all season long.
That's an Urban Meyer invention right there. He used to run it all the time with Alex Smith and Tim Tebow at Utah and Florida, respectively. And when it works, it can be really, really dangerous. Looks like he got a couple right there for the Raiders. Sets him up with a 3rd and long.
Kyle Tolley, Josie Perkins. and to the left, and I believe they're going to be content to go to the quarter. At the end of the first quarter, your score is Nettleton 7, Greene County Tech 0. We'll be right back after these messages. You are watching Raider football on NTV.
America. Is it a bald eagle soaring over a Virginian sunrise?
I'll tell you what America is, brother. America is getting your truck fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories.
Russell's Truck Accessories?
Yeah, Russell's Truck Accessories. They got chrome and aluminum wheels. They got big old mud crawling tires. They got lift kits so you can look down on the vegans and commies in their little compact cars. Russell's Truck Accessories. It's more American than Ronald Reagan playing home run derby with John Wayne.
Russell's Truck Accessories is located on South Stadium in Jonesboro.
God bless America and God bless Russell's Truck Accessories.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field, where we are just about to get the second quarter underway. Nettleton leads Greene County Tech 7-0. They scored their points on a 1-yard Cameron Scarlett run, and hey, first quarter, everything looks the way I was hoping that it would look.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a quick first quarter. As we commented on a couple times, the Raiders are kind of taking their time on offense, not rushing anything. They've held the ball for, I want to say, 8 of the 12 minutes in the first quarter, and now they're in striking distance looking to score again, go up 2 touchdowns.
Right now it's 3rd down and 8 on the Greene County Tech 18-yard line. Carter back to pass. Under pressure, he ducks it, runs to his left, throwing downfield, and it is caught by Charles Moore.
I think he got both down,
and he got both.
I think that was an NFL catch.
He stuck the dismount. That's right. That would be a good catch on Sundays.
That was great improvisation right there by Cade Carter. The original play broke down. He rolls out to his left, looking to find something alive. His receiver finds his way open. He hits him, makes a great catch, and now you got a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Gain of 12, Carter to Charles Moore. Carter in the backfield, Cameron Scarlett with him. Carter to pass again, intended for the outlaw Josie Perkins, incomplete. Perkins wanted a flag, none coming. Good coverage by Greene County Tech. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 6.
Yeah, that was played about as perfectly as it could be by the Greene County Tech defensive back right there. That slant route's really tough to guard, especially right there at the goal line. He's able to get a hand in there, deflect it a little bit, and force the Raiders with a 2nd down.
Cade Carter giving some instructions to his teammates, and he is back in the gun. Riding shotgun with him is Cameron Scarlett. Carter over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Very good defense there. Is intended for Devin Alexander. Very good defense by Greene County Tech's Matthew Wells.
Yeah, Matthew Wells right there jumped that route. He saw what the route was doing. He read Cade Carter's eyes, and he almost picked that thing off at the goal line, which would have been a disaster for the Raiders right there. Instead, you get another chance, 3rd and goal. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Wilson goes with here.
3rd down and goal from the 6. The Raiders got everybody packed in tight. Carter with Cameron Scarlett. He gives to Scarlett. Scarlett running right side, and he is still battling his way, but he is stopped short of the goal line, well short of the goal line. It is to be probably no gain. 4th down and goal to go from the 6, and it looks like Michael Golden's on to attempt a field goal.
It looks like he was able to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that was about it for Cameron Scarlett. Tech read that play the whole way. They blew it up, and honestly, it was a phenomenal effort just to be able to get back to that line of scrimmage. And now the Raiders forced to kick a field goal. But early in the game, you take your points. You go up by 10 if you can make it right here.
This will be a 23-yard attempt for Michael Golden. And it is just almost blocked. Somehow or another, he gets that off, and it is good as he was under a whole lot of pressure. But the bottom line is he kicked it through the uprights, and it's 10-0 Raiders.
And that's the bottom line. Yeah, Tech got a really, really great jump right there. Almost blocked it, as you said, when they kicked it. And really great job for him to be able to get that off and make it at the same time.
Now, here's an interesting stat that Sean Saunders from the Jonesboro Sun has just provided us with. That is Michael Golden's first field goal of the year.
Really?
First field goal of the year. Now, he's probably had 2 or 3 dozen point after. He's kicked the ball through the uprights a couple of 3 dozen times probably.
But no field goal.
But
no field goals.
No 3-point field goals, and that's the first one right there.
Wow.
True to form, he punched it right through.
Put it right through. Looks like another Raider I knew who was a kicker named Garrett Miller.
Yes, a great kicker and a former soccer player, as Michael Golden is. So soccer program is definitely paying dividends for Nettleton, as it's providing us with some very good kickers. Michael Golden, one of the best to ever lace up the boots here at Nettleton.
And even though you didn't get a touchdown right there, Craig, that's a huge drive for the Raiders. You're able to go down.
We're joined in the broadcast booth, the Consolidated Insurance broadcast booth, by Jeff McMillan, one of probably the greatest spotter in the history of Raider football. Miller, the quarterback, Williams, the running back, in the backfield with him. He is going to pass. How about that? Passing on first down to Shad Vaughn.
Oh,
and
he
it
drops
is
it.
Juggled and incomplete. Second down and 10.
Yeah, he beat Tommy Scarborough right there. Beat him off the ball, had him beat down the sideline. Quarterback made a good throw, and he just missed it. He just didn't catch it.
Break for the Raiders for sure.
Yes,
Shad
absolutely.
Vaughn.
I'm a little surprised to see Tech come out and take a shot first play of that drive after how conservative they were the first possession.
It is second down and 10, and Greene County Tech from the gun. Miller, Williams in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Pass is complete to Williams out of the backfield, and he is tackled by Joaquim the Dream Daniels. There's a flag on the play.
No gain on the screen pass right there, but I think we're going to get a holding back behind the play off the right side of that offensive line.
And now the Raiders have a decision to make. They take the penalty in the yards, replay in the down, or do they take the –
I figure you decline that. Yeah, they do decline it.
They do decline it.
Because now you get 3rd and 10.
Third and 10. That loss of a down is, at that point on the field, that is a more important thing.
That's much more back-breaking for the offense for it to be 3rd and 10 than 2nd and 20.
10 minutes and 37 seconds to play in the second quarter. Raiders up 10-0. It's 3rd down and 10. Greene County Tech has shown that they are capable of passing the football here tonight.
Interesting that they kind of abandoned the ground and pound thing after just one possession.
Miller drops back to pass, rolls to his right, plants his feet,
Overthrew
throws it
him
out of bounds. That was intended over there intended for T.J. Duncan, incomplete, 4th and 10.
Yeah, Duncan ran just a little button hook route, about 8 yards over on the side, over towards the Tech sideline, and he was open. Nettleton was playing his zone defense, it looked like, and looked like Miller just overthrew him, forcing a 4th down.
Miller back to punt. Back deep for the Raiders is Jaquan Dent. Glad to have Jaquan back in action for the Raiders tonight. He'll be traveling to his hometown, Forest City, next week, taking on the Forest City Mustangs. And he called for a fair catch on a line drive punt, and that probably saved about 20 yards of a roll right there. That was a line drive punt. Good job by Jaquan.
Yeah, he catches that. It looks like they're marking it at the 47, and I think 20 yards might even be generous. That thing might roll all the way inside the 20 if it hits the right way, if he just lets that go. So dangerously and smartly decided to go ahead and catch that thing.
That's why I like to have somebody back deep on that. It helps.
Yeah, because it's much easier, as they say in baseball in the outfield, it's much easier to run forward than it is backwards for something.
Carter in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. In motion is Josie Perkins. He gives up the middle to Cameron Scarlett. He's going to forward progress is going to be to the 48-yard line. Gain of 1. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, it's the same look we've been showing them several times. We faked the jet sweep to Josie Perkins, give it up the middle. That time Tech reads it well. They plug their lanes, and they held Nettleton to just a 1-yard game.
10 minutes and ticking now in the first half of play. Carter with Scarlett in the backfield. 3 receivers out to his left. Carter back to pass, looking to his left. It is complete to the outlaw Josie Perkins. Perkins on his feet, wisely goes down before he gets hammered, and his like a Kurt Angle ankle lock. Let's watch this replay right here.
Fits this thing right into a window.
Nice
Wonderful
throw.
pass.
And he's fighting and had him by the ankle. Hopefully Josie's all right. Looks like he's fine. Gain of 24. It's going to be 1st and 10 Raiders from the Eagle 28.
Yeah, that's what they call threading the needle right there. Beautiful throw by Cade Carter right there.
A lot of white jerseys around Josie there. 1st and 10, the senior quarterback, Cade Carter. Gives to Cameron Scarlett. Scarlett running hard up the middle. And he's going to get a gain of 5, maybe 6. Gain of 5. We'll call it 2nd down and 5.
Looks like, yeah, about 5. Same thing they've been showing. They had a bunch. This time they overloaded to one side. They ran it weak side. Looked like a trap. Was able to get upfield for about 6 yards and a really nice 1st down gain. And they've really been running that running game heavy this first half.
Josie Perkins in motion. The give is to Perkins. Jet sweep. And he is tackled close to the line of scrimmage. It's Greene County Tech's number 50, Luke Hickox.
I think somebody was supposed to block Mr. Hickox and did not. And he was able to blow that play up and force a I think it was a no gain, looks like, based on the spot. Looks like we've got about a 3rd, 4, and 5 for the Raiders, and it'll be interesting to see what they do. I expect they go to the air right here.
Got 2 receivers out wide to the right, 1 to the left. Kyle Tolley to the left, and that's Josie Perkin and Devin Alexander to the right. Pass is complete to Kyle Tolley. Kyle Tolley inside the 5-yard line. 1st down Raiders. A great pass and a good run after the catch by Kyle Tolley.
It's a beautiful sluggo route right there. Sluggo is a slant and go. He runs in. He fakes in. He breaks back outside as soon as he gets free. As soon as he gets free, Cade hits him for a big gain. 1st and goal for the Raiders.
Sorry about that, interrupting that replay. The Raiders in a little bit of a hurry up right here. Cameron Scarlett is going nowhere on that one. Initial contact made by number 21. That's Nate Foster. Be 2nd down and goal from the 3-yard line.
You got to think with as many carries as have been given off today, you got to wonder when we'll see Cade pull one and keep it around the other side.
That's how the Raiders scored their first touchdown last week at Paragould. Josie Perkins in motion. The give, actually he keeps, and he is going to pass, rolling to his right under a lot of pressure. Cade Carter, he ducks his shoulder and gets down to the 5-yard line. However, there's a flag on the play.
Looks like they're going to get Kyle Tolley for holding right there towards the sideline as Cade Carter was scrambling over there, and that's going to be real hurtful for the Raiders. Looks like it's going to probably back him up to maybe the 13-yard line and give him 2nd and goal from back there.
The spot foul will be.
Looks like they're going to take it back to the 15. He started counting off at the 5.
Yeah, he must have.
16, excuse me.
He must have been caught holding at the 6. So a 13-yard penalty, essentially. It's 2nd down and goal to go from the 16. Carter looking to pass. Over the right side, it's a jump ball, and it's intercepted. Picked off by number 14, Payne Greer. He falls in end zone touchback. It'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's just that's a dangerous throw. It was double coverage, and tip drills are always dangerous. Things can happen, and unfortunately that ball gets popped up in the air, and Tech's able to fall down with it, and they get a 1st and 10 and stop the Raiders short.
6:59 remaining in the half. Greene County Tech with the turnover. I tell you though, even though it didn't turn out good, I always like our odds whenever you're throwing a jump ball to Devin Alexander. He's about 6
there are worse
4.
odds. There are worse decisions you could make.
Young man can jump. Unfortunately, this time Greene County Tech there to pick off the tip drill. Pass is complete to Williams. He is knocked out of bounds by Jaquan Dent.
Looks like we might have another holding penalty on Greene County Tech.
There is some yellow fabric on the
Usually
turf.
when you see a penalty behind the line right there, you usually get a holding call. We'll see what they got. Illegal hands to the face, excuse me.
Personal foul against the Raiders, illegal hands to the face. So that should be a 15-yard penalty, which
and an automatic first down.
First down.
Well, I stand corrected then.
I would have rather have had a hold, like you said.
Yeah, no, me too. Me too. Even regardless of the penalty, the Raiders did a really good job reading and defending that screen pass. It looks like Tech's going to really rely on that tonight. That's the 6th or 7th time they've run a little wide receiver or running back screen.
Miller, the quarterback, he is keeping it, running right side. He's got some room. He's got a first down as he takes the ball to midfield. And Greene County Tech showing a little bit of confidence in their offense right now.
Yes, sir. That was a textbook read option, midline read option for your quarterback. He reads the end right there with the end breaks down, chasing the running back. He keeps it, and he does. He gets 13 yards straight up the middle to the 49, it looks like, of Greene County Tech. Close to pushing it into Raider territory.
That's Devin Hensley, number 34 in the backfield, Greene County Tech. Williams, you got to watch that guy. He's spread out to the left, so they're trying to move their stud around a little bit. Pass is complete to Williams. Williams makes a move, and he has got some running room. This guy can go. He's pushed out of bounds by Des Mitchell.
Looks like about a 14-yard completion right there on the swing pass for a first down. 15 yards, I stand corrected. They look like the game plan's pretty easy. Get the ball to number 5 in space.
Yes.
And most of the time, Nettleton's done a good job covering it up. That time, weren't able to get him down, and he breaks it for 15 yards. And, Tech's now got a little bit of momentum moving towards the Raider end zone.
Credit the Greene County Tech offensive coordinator. He is moving around number 5. He's spread out wide right now. Miller in the backfield, Hensley with him. Something tells me, even though Hensley's with him, it's going to be 20 or 5 running the ball. It is Cody Miller on the carry. Charles Moore and Justin Livingston in on the stop for the Raiders. Gain of 8 at 2nd and 2.
Another straight-up midline read option, waits for the end to break down. Nettleton's in, chases the back. He keeps it 9 yards. And, option football is assignment football, and if Nettleton wants to stop that play, they have to start playing assignment discipline football to keep him from keeping that and taking it for 10-plus yards.
Scoreboard says 2nd down and 2. That's a short 2 for sure.
Well,
second down
1.5.
A long 1. 2nd down and 2, we'll call it, for Greene County Tech as they are putting together a drive. Give is to Hensley, and he is met immediately by Stephen Williams. Stephen Williams tackles him for a loss. We'll call it a loss of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Greene County Tech.
And that time you just blow it up. He was hit almost as soon as he got the ball right there, and that's a big stop by the Raiders. It halts a little bit of that Tech momentum and makes them, now that you put them in a spot where they have to convert a 3rd down instead of staying on schedule like they have been the last few plays.
Williams and Vaughn spread out wide to the right. Cody Miller from the gun. He looks to his right, and he is going to try to keep it. He throws the ball up. Boy, that was a risky play right there as he was being sacked. And I don't know if that would be considered grounding. I don't know if there was a receiver in the area. So,
and the ball crossed the line of scrimmage. Who does he think he is, Brett Favre? No, that's a gutsy play right there, trying to make something happen. Dangerous, certainly, but
he got away with it.
Yeah, he did.
It's 4th down and 4.
And you got to think Tech's going to go for it right here in that awkward spot in the field.
Yeah, it's 4 down territory right there.
I mean, unless they have a field goal kicker that's going to hit a 47-yarder.
Not much of a wind blowing here tonight. It's a wonderful night for football. Cody Miller in the gun. Hensley in the backfield with him. Miller rolling to his right. He's going to try to run and get the first down.
And it looks like he's got it.
He has got it.
He's still going.
Good run there by Cody Miller as he makes it inside the 20-yard line. First down for Greene County Tech inside the Raider red zone.
Yeah, it's that's the play that really drives you crazy as a defense. It's just a basic quarterback scramble, and you miss one tackle, and all of a sudden they've converted. They've got a first down right at the 20-yard line, it looks like. First trip to the red zone for Greene County Tech tonight.
4 minutes and 4 seconds and ticking on the clock here in the first half. Raiders up by 10. Greene County Tech threatening. Give to Hensley up the middle. The whole collapse. Cameron Scarlett leading the tackle. Gain of 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
That's a really, really great job by Cameron Scarlett, who's doing offense and defensive duties today. The Tech offensive line opened up a really big hole with the Raider defensive line, and he filled up his gap, was able to make the tackle, hold him to a 2-yard gain. If he's not there or if he misses that tackle, that could have been a touchdown for Greene County Tech. Great defensive football by Cameron Scarlett.
Williams spread out left. Hensley in correction. That's not Hensley in the backfield. He's intended for Shad Vaughn. It is complete. He is thrown down by Dent, but I
think he's got a first down.
The first down. It's going to be 1st down and goal to go for the Eagles on the 8-yard line.
That's roughly the same route that Greene County Tech ran on 3rd down on their last possession, but this time to the opposite side. Just a little button hook for about 7 yards in a little soft spot in that zone. This time Miller hits him square in the chest. And Shad Vaughn makes a play and gets a first down, 1st and goal. Big series for the Raiders right here if they can get a stop.
Somewhere the weatherman is smiling after that last play. 1st and goal to go. That is Cruz Hit in the backfield. That's a great name. Cruz Hit in the backfield with Miller. The give is to Hit, and Hit is hit, but he falls forward.
Looks like he's still got about 5 right there.
Yes, Dorian Tucker making the big hit, but gain of 5. It's going to be 2nd down and goal to go from the 4.
Yeah, very good open field tackle by the Raider defense. I just got a little bit too far upfield after the hole that the offensive line made right there and was able to get positive yardage.
Miller and Hit in the backfield.
Watch for the quarterback keeper right here.
That's exactly what he
does. And Raiders read it perfectly that time.
Yes, Justin Livingston with the tackle.
Was not fooled that time. Livingston got right back there, got him by the ankle, waited for the cavalry to come. They drop him for a loss of about 2, it looks like, for 3rd and goal at the 6. Man, I sound like Tony Romo up here.
You're calling the plays. Very impressive. Very impressive tackle by Justin Livingston right there. It's 3rd down and goal to go from the
I wouldn't be surprised
6.
if they try and get the ball to number 5 right here. Hadn't caught it in a while, and Williams is their guy. We'll see what happens.
He is looking for Williams. He's got him. He caught the ball about the 5-yard line.
And the Raiders are able to swallow him up.
A lot of black hats over there stopping him. It's going to be 4th down and goal to go from the 5. Nice job by the Raider defense. And let's see if Greene County Tech opts to attempt a field goal right here.
I can't quite tell. That was about what I thought Tech would run. I thought they would try and get the ball back into their playmaker's hands, and it looked like he was maybe going to be able to break one and dive for that pylon, but the Raider defense was able to hold him there and then swarm tackle and get him down right at the 5-yard line and force a strange decision for the Greene County Tech coaching staff right here.
Well, Nettleton has called a timeout to talk it over. It'd be a great time for us to take one with them. 1:11 to play in the first half. Nettleton 10, Greene County Tech 0. Greene County Tech with a big decision coming up right after these messages. You're watching Raider Football on NTV.
First time you held on to the time you let go. Life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field, where there's 1 minute and 11 seconds to play in the first half. Nettleton with a 10-0 lead, but Tech knocking on the door. It's 4th down and goal to go from the 5. The question we were pondering when we went on break, Grayson, are they going to kick a field goal?
It looks like they will. It looks like they're coming out for a field goal try right here. It looks like it'll be about a 22-yard field goal, 21-yard field goal. I'll stand corrected.
And I believe is that number 32 kicking the field goal? That is Nate Kreider, if it is. It's kind of hard to see. 35. The kick is wide left. He missed it. And for those of you keeping score at home, that was Dallas Grimes who just missed that. So good break for the Raiders. They still have a 0 and on the board for Greene County Tech. And Grayson, I don't mean to try to jinx anybody, but the Raiders are 1 minute and 5 seconds away from pitching their first shutout in the first half of the season.
Yeah, and this is a weird spot if you're Coach Hampton right here, right before the half. You got a 10-point lead. Your defense has played better than they've played up to this point so far this season. They've got a shutout going. First shutout half period. So this is the best performance they've put together this season. And you're looking like you're going to get it about 80 yards from a touchdown with 1 minute and 5 to go. You have 2 of your timeouts.
There's plenty of time for the Raiders to score.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
The Raiders received the opening kickoff, so they'll be kicking off the second half.
That's actually what I was going to say, was especially considering Greene County Tech will get the second half kickoff.
A little screen complete to Scarlett.
It looks like he got about 9.
Yeah, he's close to the first down. It's going to be second down.
Expect the Raiders to run hurry up right here and maybe take a shot downfield one of these next plays.
2nd and 1, that would be a very good call. 46 seconds and ticking for this Raider offense. One receiver wide left. Josie Perkins in motion. He's out joining Kyle Tolley. Carter pumps, Carter throws high and deep, and it is almost intercepted as he overthrew Kyle Tolley. And that's number 30, Caleb Freeman, who just almost picked that ball off. 29 seconds to play. It's 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I think he just rushed that. I think he just rushed that throw and kind of uncorked it without really reading what was back there. And thankfully, he outthrew both the defenders as well as Kyle Tolley, or we'd be having a weird last 29 seconds.
Yes, we would. Greene County Tech with 3 timeouts, for sure. Carter with Scarlett in the backfield. It's 3rd down and 1. He gives to Scarlett. Scarlett fighting for the first down. He's got the first.
Coach Hampton's calling a timeout, it looks like.
Yeah, 23 seconds to play in the first half. Timeout, Raiders. Let's take it with them. 10-0. 23 seconds to go in the first half. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
They say being a Raider is about more than just going to school. They say being a Raider is about our community, about tradition. Kindergarten at Nettleton is about teachers that I love, learning that is fun. It's really about pride in what we do and who we are becoming. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field as Cameron Scarlett being attended to there by Ryan, our trainer. Hopefully everything is all right with Cameron. 23 seconds remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 Raiders. And I'm like you, Grayson. I expect to see some shots down the field here in these last 23 seconds.
Yeah, well, you now only have 1 timeout left. You got 23 seconds, so you probably got time for maybe 4 more plays at the most, probably just 3. You got to think right here is probably the time you take your shot, or maybe an out towards the sideline and then your shot, and then if it doesn't work, you might just knee on it and take it to half.
2 receivers to either side. The pass is complete to Josie Perkins. Perkins with some room to run. He is tripped up there by Greene County Tech's Matthew Wells. Gets the first down, but the clock is at 17 seconds. They stop the clock long enough to move the chains. Raiders in the hurry up. Then they choose to take a timeout. That is their last timeout. And I tell you what, let's just keep it right here for this break and take stock of what's going on. We'll thank our sponsors here live on air who make this broadcast possible. Consolidated Insurance, Shadrachs Coffee, First Community Bank, Russell's Truck Accessories, Delaplaine Seed Company, Hilltop Fitness, Collision Repair, the Front Page Cafe, where I'm planning on eating breakfast tomorrow morning with my parents, and Legacy Homes. Those are the great people who are bringing you the broadcast tonight. We can't say thank you to them enough. Grayson, good football game here tonight.
Yeah, it is. With Nettleton kind of taking their time on their drives so far, and Tech doing the same thing. We've had a really quick first half right here. Not room for a lot of scoring, but the Nettleton defense has played very well. The one drive Tech has had, they were able to get them off the field, force a field goal, which they missed. And although Nettleton had that interception in the end zone, Nettleton has not had problems moving the football at all tonight, which bodes well for the rest of this football game.
It's 1st and 10 for the Raiders right now on the 46-yard line. 17 ticks left on the clock. Carter from the gun.
You got no timeouts left now. So.
That's right. Complete.
Got to get out of bounds.
Outlaw Josie Perkins.
Got to get out of bounds.
Is fighting forward, and as you said, you got to get out of bounds. He does not do that, it doesn't look like. Clock is going to keep on running as he is.
He'll get the first down, so they'll get a handful of seconds for them to reset the ball. But on that, you got to get out of bounds. Because now you give yourself a little bit more time. And he looks like
he spiked it right there. Now Perkins has been phenomenal for us.
Absolutely
this year. Phenomenal.
He looks great tonight as well.
Oh, no doubt. But this is the first year that he's played football, and that's one of those things that that comes with experience. Knowing that particular part of the game, got to get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Yeah, I mean that's just a high school mistake. You see that in high school football all the time. Right there, you have to sacrifice a couple yards to get yourself out of bounds to give your offense another shot, because now basically you got a Hail Mary that you're going.
2nd and 10, Carter dropping back. Play is whistle dead. There is
I think
a flag
Tech lined off offsides.
Let's see
we'll see what happens.
See if they were drawn off or might have been lined up even with the ball. The neutral zone, yes, encroachment against Greene County Tech.
So you'll get one last play for the Raiders.
Because there's 2 seconds on the clock. See if I think they're trying. The man in the white hat is telling them to put some more time up, and they do. 4 seconds remaining on the clock.
So now you basically have one. You have one play. You can do a hook and ladder. You can do just a heave to the end zone, and we'll see what they do.
Carter throws it over the middle. It is complete to Cameron. That is Josie Perkins. And that'll be the last play of the first half as time expires. Nettleton 10, Greene County Tech. That's the score here on Homecoming at Raider Field. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have the Consolidated Insurance halftime show. We'll let you look at the Nettleton Raider band's performance, and we'll Grayson and I will break everything down from a fundamental standpoint here on the Consolidated Insurance post-game show. Glad to have you watching the broadcast tonight. Raider football on NTV. We'll be back in a few.
They say being a Raider is about more than just going to school. They say being a Raider is about our community, about tradition. Kindergarten at Nettleton is about teachers that I love, learning that is fun. It's really about pride in what we do and who we are becoming. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.
So don't forget it.
Mr. Miller lost his voice. No problem. I'll send in the replacements.
Woo! Woo, Daddy Mercy. Mercy, woo, Daddy. Handsome Johnny. How the heck do you edit on this thing?
Mr. McGrew, you're in photo booth.
What? This son of a...
Hey, that's all right. Good try, but I'll take it from here. Raider pride!
It's justified!
Collision Repair is celebrating their 40th anniversary. For 40 years, Collision Repair has had your back, getting your repairs done quickly using the best tools and technology. They've been able to keep you updated online throughout the repair process. No matter what the bad guys try, Collision Repair works with your insurance to make sure you don't have
the worst experience possible.
Here's the Collision Repair on their 40th anniversary.
Your friendly neighborhood body shop.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hey, Leslie, guess what day it is?
It's game day.
Jalen, how happy are students that go to Nettleton?
I'll say happier than DJ on game day.
Game day!
Be happy, be a Raider. Raider pride is justified.
For Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He could be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Delaplaine Seed Company.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I love the hate the feeling of a great rock car.
When I sing my alma mater, I feel it all night long.
I love my school with all my heart and soul.
I know I'm gonna be all right.
Wherever I go.
I'm a little bit country.
And a little bit rock and roll.
From the first time you held on to the time you let go, life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls. That's right, a place where the food comes flying to you, and it's good enough to eat. Front Page Cafe is also famous for our all-you-can-eat pass-arounds that come with every lunch or dinner. Lunch specials start at just $6.99. That includes a meal, flying rolls, and all the pass-arounds you can eat. So get your next home-cooked meal at Front Page Cafe. And don't forget, we've got the best old-fashioned breakfast in town. Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls.
Looking for a school can be like
They say being a Raider is about our community, about tradition. Kindergarten at Nettleton is about teachers that I love, learning that is fun. It's really about pride in what we do and who we are becoming. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.
So don't forget it.
Mr. Miller lost his voice. No problem. I'll send in the replacements.
Woo! Woo, Daddy Mercy! Mercy, woo, Daddy! Handsome Johnny! How the heck do you edit on this thing?
Mr. McGrew, you're in photo booth.
What? This son of a...
Hey, that's all right. Good try, but I'll take it from here. Raider pride!
It's justified! Collision Repair is celebrating their 40th anniversary. For 40 years, Collision Repair has had your back, getting your repairs done quickly using the best tools and technology. They've been able to keep you updated online throughout the repair process. No matter what the bad guys try, Collision Repair works with your insurance to make sure you don't have
the worst experience possible.
Here's to Collision Repair on their 40th anniversary.
Your friendly neighborhood body shop.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hey, Leslie, guess what day it is?
It's game day.
Jalen, how happy are students that go to Nettleton?
I'll say happier than DJ on game day.
Game day!
Be happy, be a Raider. Raider pride is justified.
For Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Delaplaine Seed Company.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I love the height of feeling of a bird.
When I sing my alma mater, I feel it all night long.
I love my school with all my heart and soul.
I know I'm gonna be all right.
Wherever I go.
I'm a little bit country.
And a little bit rock and roll.
From the first time you held on to the time you let go, life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls. That's right, a place where the food comes flying to you, and it's good enough to eat. Front Page Cafe is also famous for our all-you-can-eat pass-arounds that come with every lunch or dinner. Lunch specials start at just $6.99. That includes a meal, flying rolls, and all the pass-arounds you can eat. So get your next home-cooked meal at Front Page Cafe. And don't forget, we've got the best old-fashioned breakfast in town. Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls.
Looking for a school can be like super overwhelming. You kind of have those fears as a parent that, oh my gosh, the school that I'm gonna pick, it's gonna determine their future and everything else. You know, it's a big choice that you have because you wanna make sure you're gonna put them in a school where they can continue their whole journey. I'm really super glad we started at Nettleton. It was relief that we had found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
Hi, I'm Mike Wessel, owner of Hilltop Fitness. I am the former University of Arkansas strength and conditioning coach, former Ultimate Fighter contestant, UFC fighter, and Bellator competitor. I offer at Hilltop Fitness many different programs, from kids programs in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kids boxing, and kids strength and conditioning and athletic training, as well as adult kickboxing classes and adult Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes. If you have any fitness needs or fitness goals, I'm the person to come to. The gym is open 24 hours a day. day. You can come in anytime. And if you're looking for that extra motivation, that extra push, no matter how bad a shape you're in, we can help you. And if Craig Miller can come to the gym and get in shape, you can do it as well.
Hilltop Fitness, 1712 North Old Greensboro Road, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Is Raider pride truly justified at Nettleton High School? Does John Adams play a mean fiddle?
That's how you do it, son.
Nettleton High School, where Raider pride is justified.
Well, I'm headed to my school, so happy. I got ready to P-R-I-D-E. We can shoot the hoop and swing the bat. I bet you wish your school was cool like that. Nettleton High School is for me. We got Raider pride, baby. Only school with MTV. Coolest school in history. Now you know our black colors falling deep. When you come into our house, you know you're gonna get beat. Nettleton High School is for me. We got Raider pride, baby.
Nettleton TV production, Raider pride justified.
Yeah, we Raiders got the comfort a loaded. Everybody wants to be a show, a voting. Raider pride in the building, yeah, I know it. Oh yeah, Raider Nation till the day it's over.
Raider pride justified, got it on my side. 6 side, beat a guy, run up and you get a high. Pass us the ball, and I'ma score it like.
What y'all know about 5th period Raider pride? Hop up on the field, you might just have to juke and jive. Every day, yeah, I rectify. Cause yeah, you know we 5th period, yeah, we make it live.
What is America? Is it a...
And we welcome you to the Consolidated Insurance Halftime Show, the artist formerly known as the Postgame Show, as I erroneously said whenever we came to break. It's the Halftime Show, however, brought to you by our good friends from Consolidated Insurance. For all your insurance needs, car, home, no matter what it is you're looking for to insure, give my friend Randy Johnson and his wife Lana a call. Consolidated Insurance. They are the sponsors of the Halftime Show. At half, the Raiders lead Greene County Tech 10-0, and kind of a low-scoring affair for Nettleton, only 10 points for a team that's averaging 45 points per game. A low-scoring affair, but I will take it, Grayson.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of that is because the Raiders really only got 3.5 possessions in the whole first half. First 2 they score, the third they throw an interception in the end zone, and then the fourth they kind of just run out of time there at the end of the half. Because they've been kind of working the clock, as has Greene County Tech. But as I mentioned to you right before the half, Nettleton's had really no issue moving the ball. I think via our first half stats, I think Nettleton has 205 yards of offense through one half, 159 through the air, and 56 on the ground. So I expect much of the same. I don't know how many more points Nettleton will score, but I expect them to move the ball with relatively the same sort of ease that they did in the first half. And really, it's up to the Nettleton defense. If Nettleton can get a stop this first possession and score right out of the gate and go up 17-0, I don't want to say it'll put the game away, but it'll make it very tough for Greene County Tech to come back from that.
Feel very secure. I do want to say a word about the Nettleton Raider defense. They have done an outstanding job bending, not breaking, bend, don't break philosophy.
Absolutely.
And they have not allowed any points in the first half. And Greene County Tech, no slouch whatsoever offensively. I mean, this Williams kid, he's as good as anybody you're going to see.
Very, very talented.
And hold them scoreless.
Greene County Tech's done a very good job, as I mentioned a couple times during the first half, of getting the ball to him and getting the ball in space to him and to their playmakers and being creative and showing Nettleton different looks. And Nettleton did a great job the first 2 possessions Tech had at getting a stop. And then the third possession, Tech had a great drive, and Nettleton was able to get him off the field, force a field goal try, which did not make it. And so it was a really good half for the Raiders. I expect them to come out with the same sort of intensity in this second half, and I expect Greene County Tech to come out with the same level of creativity on offense, because I guarantee they feel like they're in this game, and so it'll be fun.
It really will be. The scoring breakdown, just real quick. Cameron Scarlett scored the first touchdown for the Raiders, a 1-yard plunge, and then Michael Golden kicked a PAT. Michael Golden kicked a field goal in the second quarter, a 23-yard field goal, and that set the score at 10-0. And that has been your Consolidated Insurance Halftime Show, and we are just about to get underway with the third quarter. Nettleton will be kicking off. Michael Golden, the kicker. I tell you, it's a great weapon for a high school team to have, a kicker as good as number 30, Michael Golden.
Absolutely. He reminds me a lot. I already brought him up earlier. He reminds me of one of my former classmates, Garrett Miller. I believe Garrett, that our senior year, had something like 70% touchbacks. And so you got to wonder, with both of Greene County Tech's kickoff returns being stopped short of the 20-yard line, you got to wonder if the coaches told them at halftime to just kind of let that thing go and let's just take it at the 20 instead of getting ourselves killed at the 20.
Back deep is number 30, Caleb Freeman. Number 13, Blaze Rendelman. If Golden holds to form, he's liable just to boot it in the end zone.
That's going to be close.
It's going to roll.
And they let that one go.
And that's, yes, it landed and rolled. Landed about the 1 yard line perhaps and rolled in. That's a touchback. Greene County Tech will take over 1st and 10. And I tell you, when you're playing teams that have got burners, that's a very good thing to have.
Yes. Well, I mean, kickoffs are weird. I have very strong opinions on kickoffs that I won't get into right now about the future of the sport. But on kickoffs, you can really on a busted coverage, you can lose a touchdown. They can score a touchdown on that. They can hit a seam and take off. And being able to put the ball in the end zone every time is a great weapon for you.
Miller from the gun, hit in the backfield with him. He keeps it, running left side, and he is tackled by Williams and Jaquan Dent. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
They ran that play several times in the first half with great success. That time, Nettleton played assignment football. They had their outside backer stay home, wait for him. They swallow him up. He's only able to get a couple yards right there and really minimize that play.
2nd down and 10. Des Mitchell and Jaquan Dent in the secondary, near side here, number 3, number 1. Both those guys returning to the Raiders tonight after spending some time on the injured list. Glad to have them back in the Raider fold. Miller, the quarterback, he gives to Hit. He is hit in the backfield, and he'll be tackled for a loss. That's Nettleton's number 24, Javante Wallace, in on the stop. Stephen Williams also down in there, we believe. Actually, that is number 24, Wallace.
Yeah. And those two made the tackle, but the nose tackle, number 53, Jacob Taylor, was the one that blew that play up. He blew the center off the ball and really destroyed whatever blocking scheme Greene County Tech was trying for and allowed his teammates to make that tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Jacob Taylor, the Iron Man. He is in the trenches, offensive line and defensive line. Let me tell you something. His mom, the class of 86, back in 86 when Nettleton was a AA school, just about everybody played offense and defense. Nettleton's a lot bigger now, playing 5A for a young man like Jacob Taylor to play offense and defense. That is really something.
And not out of necessity because he's that good.
Yes.
Not because we're too thin, but because they need him on both sides.
Right.
Fronts. Is very impressive. I don't know.
He can play. There was a penalty on the play that we do not know exactly what it was. It was against Greene County Tech, and it's backed them up. It's going to be 2nd down and at least 20, 2nd down and 21.
I saw the symbol that they gave. I don't know what penalty that is.
I don't either, but I agree with it. They've been doing that all night, Grayson. Whatever it was.
They've been doing it all night.
Miller from the gun. Give the number 32, and he is hit immediately in the backfield by Nettleton's number 24. That's Javante Wallace, his 2nd tackle for a loss in as many plays, and the Raiders have got the Eagles back to their own 4-yard line, 3rd and a country mile.
Yeah, that was a handoff that just took too long to develop. I mean, it was almost like the timing wasn't quite right, and Wallace was able to get back there very quickly, blew that play up, and I think dropped him for a 6-yard loss.
It'll be 3rd down and
that previous
27.
penalty on Greene County Tech was a sideline interference. We just looked up the signal.
Woody Hayes over there.
Hopefully not quite.
That would be bad. I would not want to see that for sure. Miller passing from his own end zone. It is complete. And I believe he is to Shad Vaughn.
Looks like to the original line of scrimmage.
Original line of scrimmage. I was looking through by binoculars, and I saw that one of the chain gang over. I thought it was a 1st down, but actually he got to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th down and 10, and Greene County Tech to punt.
Yeah, it was just kind of a basic 3rd and 20 kind of play. Run a slant route, see what we can get. They kind of get back to the line. It was a nice pitch and catch, but what it really does, like you just said, is give him some breathing room for this punt right here.
Miller to punt. Nettleton has not blocked a punt all season long. Somewhat close on that, and Nettleton content just to let that thing roll. Jaquan Dent wisely getting out of the way, and it takes a nice Greene County Tech road to the Nettleton 44, and that's where the Raiders will take over 1st and 10.
Another pretty good field for the Raiders. That's something we hadn't really talked about, but field position has really been in the Raiders' favor so far. Their first touchdown drive was only a 53-yard drive. Their field goal drive wasn't a particularly long drive. I think they got it at 35, and this time again they get it at their own 44 with only 56 yards to go until pay dirt.
Kyle Tolley split out wide left, 2 receivers to the right, Devin Alexander and the outlaw Josie Perkins. Cade Carter in the gun. Cameron Scarlett, the lone running back. Scarlett with the carry. Some tough yardage right there. Looks like a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, just kind of a basic dive right there to Cameron Scarlett. Talk about another tough kid that's playing both sides of the football tonight.
That's right.
And doing a fantastic job. He's really been a workhorse for the Raiders on offense.
I don't know if you got a chance to see Cameron play last year as a 9th grader on that junior high team, but, man, he was a –
Unfortunately, I did not.
He was awesome. Led them to a Conference 5A East outright championship. He was the quarterback on that team, linebacker on defense. Kid is a football player. Carter's pass is complete to Kyle Tolley. Forward progress is going to be close to the first down
Looks
marker.
like they're going to give it to him, but it'll be very close. Great route by Kyle Tolley right there. They run a play action. Kyle Tolley runs what looks like it's going to be a dig, and then he just kind of stops and sits in that zone and waits for the ball. He gets it. He fights forward. He gets a first down. Great pitch and catch right there, and really, really heads-up route right there by Kyle Tolley.
Kyle Tolley's father is Kenneth Tolley, a great running back here in the mid-'90s, some very good Nettleton Raider teams, and he is beaming with pride at the emergence of his son as a major weapon for the Nettleton Raiders. This wide receiver crew has really been fun to watch this year. Flag on the play, and looks like it may be offsides against the guys.
Looks
in the
like a neutral
hats.
zone infraction, as they say.
Yes.
And that would have been for legendary coach Darrell Dover, is that correct? Yeah.
He is legendary. Coach Dover.
Longest tenured coach in school history.
That's right. Winningest coach in school history. I didn't see Coach Dover. It is homecoming here tonight at Nettleton. I would like to think Coach Dover is somewhere, if not at the game, maybe watching the live stream.
Hopefully enjoying his retirement.
He definitely deserved it. Cameron Scarlett running
big
right.
gash.
Big gap. He has got a first down and then some. He's at the 10, at the 5, heading to the pylon.
Looks like he's in.
Touchdown Raiders. Cameron Scarlett with a 41-yard run. Big run by big number 8. They call him Tebow for a reason, Grayson.
It looked like a kind of just a basic kind of sweep play to the right, except he was very patient. He waited for a seam to open up, and when he saw it, he hit it and was gone. And then it was a race to the pylon. Offensive line opened up a nice crease, and he was able to hit it, get upfield, and then it was a race to the pylon. It looks like he barely got there, but a touchdown's a touchdown.
Great job blocking by and that's a
bad
snap right there. And Tommy Scarborough tackles the Greene County Tech guy. In high school, you cannot advance a point after attempt. So with 7:52 remaining in the third quarter, your score is now Nettleton 16, Greene County Tech 0.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line right there. That's a classic opening up a running lane for your guys on a crease, right? Creating a lane for your running back right there.
And Jacob Taylor making the key pancake block.
Absolutely,
right
we were just mentioning him.
The Iron Man. His mother is in the class of 86, and just right down here in front of us, we have some members of the class of 86. I see Richie Carville down there. I saw Jeff Puryear. Jeff Puryear was a quarterback on that conference championship team. Richie Carville was a tight end or a wide receiver. Great athletes and a very good class.
We have any class reunions here tonight?
Yes, the class of 94 is having their reunion.
Their 25-year?
Yes, Andy Shatley is in the class of 94,
okay.
One of the greatest athletes in Nettleton history. The class of 09 is here.
10-year, okay.
10-year. And the class of 86, they're just kind of having a get-together. It's not an official reunion. But in 2 weeks, the best class ever will be having a reunion here. Talking about the class of 1989.
I don't think we've had a reunion yet.
No,
I don't know.
I'm not talking about 15. I'm talking about the class 89. I said best class ever.
I think we would disagree on that.
We can agree to disagree and still be friends. That's a great thing about America. Michael Golden's kick fielded at the 5-yard line. A little okey doke right there, and boy,
he's got a lot of room in front of him.
He does have some room. So good job there by Greene County Tech making something happen. The Golden Eagle on the return was Blaze Randleman took it at the 5, and he made it all the way to the 48. That's
into Nettleton territory. It
yes,
looks like
we'll call that the 49. So that's about a 46-yard return right there. Greene County Tech.
Yeah, that's just a regular kickoff return reverse, but you don't see that very often. Not many people run that anymore. And Tech decided, down 3 scores, they're going to get creative, or 2 scores, they're going to get creative and see what they got, and they got a big return out of it. Nettleton was not ready for it.
It looks like Greene County Tech has a new quarterback in. That is number 2 on the scorecard. We'll get you his name here in just a second. He gives to Williams, no matter who the quarterback is. That's a good play. He is tackled by Justin Livingston. The quarterback is Christian Barber. He's a sophomore, 5'9", 146. Gain of 1 on that play, 2nd down and 9. So not sure if Miller is injured or taking a breather, if they're just giving the sophomore a chance, but new quarterback in for Tech.
Yeah, that was just a basic dive play they ran there on that 1st down play. Once again, trying to get the ball to Williams, seeing if he can make something happen, and the Raider defense is ready for it.
Williams, who throughout most of the first half lined up at wideout, various locations, he is in the backfield right now with the sophomore signal caller. Pass is complete to Shad Vaughn. Shad is tackled by Joaquim the Dream Daniels. That's going to be a gain of a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, it's just your basic screen pass to your slot wide receiver. It looked like it took a little bit too long to develop, and it allowed the Raider defense to cover ground and get over there and sort of cover it up before Shad Vaughn had a place to run. Looked like the throw just took a little bit too long to make its way over to the sideline.
Fluttered a little bit. That's Shad Vaughn, great young man and a very good football player. I know his dad, Ryan Vaughn, chief meteorologist at Channel 8, very proud of Shad Vaughn. He's had several catches here tonight.
Looks like he's going to.
Quarterback looked like he was going to keep it, but instead he throws it downfield. The pass is complete to number 27. That is Josh Condre. That's a 1st down for Greene County Tech.
Looks like they're going to mark him at the 32, so that's about a 15-yard completion right there.
Quad Brown with the downfield tackle. Greene County Tech.
That was a good case of improvisation by the quarterback right there. Christian Barber. He stepped up in the pocket under duress, flings one out to an open man, and is able to connect and get a 1st down. Raiders got to get off the field on 3rd and long. It's got to be an emphasis point.
Barber in the backfield. He's going to pass again. Actually, he's running right there. That was a design play, and he is close to the 1st down sticks. That's going to be a gain of about 10. Well, we'll see where they spot it. I believe that's enough to move the chains.
If not, it's going to be very, very close. If not, we're going to be looking at 2nd and inches. Looks like they're moving the chains. That's a 1st down. Yeah, that's a really nice play call. You just ran a pass play. You come back. You got a new quarterback in there. The defense doesn't know what he can do, what he looks like, and you run a basic quarterback draw, 10 yards. You catch him napping, and you get a 1st down.
Christian Barber, the quarterback, he is joined in the backfield by Williams. He's come in and given this Greene County Tech offense a definite shot in the arm. Another quarterback keeper. This time it is sniffed out by the Raider defense. That's Javonte Wallace. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Can't get fooled again.
Exactly.
In the words of our 43rd president.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was Michael Scott. One or the other.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just about to say that was the exact same play they just ran. Thought they'd get him napping twice, and Nettleton was ready for it that time, and looks like they hold him to just a yard.
Barber in the backfield. Williams back there with him. It's 2nd down and 9 for Greene County Tech. Ball on the Raider 20. This time they give to Williams. He cuts back and is met by Justin Livingston. However, he falls forward, as all the great backs do, and he gains a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, it was a great job by Livingston of getting off his block and getting that initial hit. And a great job by Williams of falling forward and creating a couple yards out of that. for what looks like we got about a 3rd and 7 right now for Greene County Tech. And you got to think with the score and the time, this is probably 4-down territory. And with the missed field goal earlier, this is probably 4-down territory for Greene County Tech.
3rd down and 7. Barber from the gun, looking to throw. Got a man open. It's picked off by Charles Moore. Charles Moore picked off at the 4-yard line, and he makes it out to about the 22. Flag on the play. And
they're going to get him holding on the return, but the Raiders will still get the ball back.
Exactly. Good play there by number 7, Charles Moore. That's his 2nd interception in as many weeks.
Yeah, it looks like Barber just floated one right there, trying to kind of lay one in on his tight end, and I don't think he even saw Charles Moore. Well, Charles Moore kind of came from another spot on the field, picked it off, and returned it to about the 20, and it looks like it's going to get
illegal block in the back against the Raiders.
So it looks like they'll start from their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, 10-yard spot foul. Great play. That Charles Moore has done an outstanding job for Nettleton, defensively and offensively. I would say he's probably our leading tackler by a good margin, and he has got, as Sean Saunders
perfectly read the quarterback's eyes right there and was able to get an interception. 2
interceptions in the last 2 weeks, and that's a big one in the red zone. 3 minutes and 41 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Nettleton up 16-0. Big turnover right there. Cade Carter, the quarterback, Cameron Scarlett, who has 2 touchdowns tonight, in the backfield with him. 3 receivers out wide to Cade's left, 1 to his right. The give is to Cameron Scarlett up the middle, and he is tackled after a gain of
looks like about 3.
It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, I had a feeling the Raiders in their own backed up towards their own end zone would try and keep it on the ground, see what they could get. I have a feeling they'll keep it on the ground again right here. Try and wear that Greene County Tech defense down with now a 2-score lead, the clock running a little bit.
We're getting information on the YouTube chat that Cody Miller, the Greene County Tech quarterback, is actually injured. That's the reason he's not out there. So we sure wish the best for Cody Miller.
Absolutely.
Hope that he gets well soon. Cade Carter to pass. It is incomplete. Intended for Kyle Tolley. It looked like it was broken up there by number 30, Caleb Freeman. Got a hand on it. That's just enough.
That's a touchdown-saving deflection right there. Really good play by the defensive back right there to get that out of Kyle Tolley's hands, because the way that route was and the way that ball was thrown, if Kyle Tolley comes down with that,
that's 6.
That's an 87-yard touchdown pass.
Yes. Good defense there by the Golden Eagles secondary. It's 3rd down and 7 for the Raiders. Carter from the gun. Scarlett in the backfield with him. Devin Alexander near side. Carter takes to the air. Pass is intended for Josie Perkins, and no flag. It sure looked like he was interfered with to me, but the man in the striped shirt is the one. His opinion is the one that counts, and he did not throw the flag. It's going to be 4th down and 7 for the Raiders.
It looked to me like it would be pass interference as well. Bit of a puzzling play call, back-to-back plays right there. Backed into towards your own goalpost, and you take 2 sort of big shots back-to-back. Now, I'm not saying Clint doesn't know what he's doing. Coach Wilson doesn't know what he's doing. I just curious, I guess, would be the question.
Cameron Scarlett on to punt. He was and there's going to be a timeout called by the Raiders. Maybe not enough personnel on the field. They'll get it all.
10 players on the field, it looked like, for Nettleton.
Hey, they allow you to have 11, so I think we ought to take advantage of that rule for sure. 2:53 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Raiders up 16-0, about to punt. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
Collision Repair is celebrating their 40th anniversary. For 40 years, Collision Repair has had your back, getting your repairs done quickly using the best tools and technology. They've been able to keep you updated online throughout the repair process. No matter what the bad guys try, Collision Repair works with your insurance to make sure you don't have
the worst experience possible.
Here's the Collision Repair on their 40th anniversary.
Your friendly neighborhood body shop.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field, where the Raiders on homecoming have a 16-0 advantage over Greene County Tech. 2 minutes and 53 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Cameron Scarlett on to punt.
Hopefully you can get a roll right there.
See what kind of roll we get.
Very good Raider roll.
Yes, an extremely good roll. How about that? And Cameron is down on
Looks
the
like
5-yard line.
the 38-yard line.
We're going to have an official's timeout for an injured player, Cameron Scarlett. Yeah.
Did he get injured, or did he get hit, or did he just fall?
Maybe we can catch a replay on that and see exactly what happened to Cameron. Okay, we were a little bit late on the replay.
I was watching the ball.
Actually, we got a replay here on the YouTube feed. Let's see if we can't, as they attend to Cameron,
ascertain as to what the issue is.
He kicks it, and no,
looks like he just lands awkward.
He did not get hit at all. Now, after the 49-yard punt, Cameron stays down. Now, Cameron has what I would call a gimpy ankle. It's oft injured, and it may be he may have just tweaked that nagging ankle injury that he has been dealing with now for some time. Yeah, it's his right ankle.
That's a big loss right there if he's not able to come back.
Now, the Raiders did get a shot in the arm tonight as Orion Pugh is back. But as Sean Saunders mentioned, it almost looked like a cramp. He seems to be walking.
It should be very strange for a cool night like this.
Yes, it would be. But he seems to be walking just fine right now, and he is headed to the sidelines maybe for a little pickle juice cocktail or something. The cocktail doesn't necessarily mean an alcoholic drink, does it?
I think cocktail by definition is alcohol.
Well, I just messed up right then. Yeah, just a mixture.
Mixture of two different substances?
That's right. We are not condoning underage drinking at all here on NTV.
Absolutely not. Would never.
Charles Moore, the ball with the tackle for the Raiders. Williams on the carry. It's 2nd down and 8.
You got to think you'll start seeing a sense of urgency from Greene County Tech soon. We're down to 2 minutes and 16 seconds and counting in the third quarter right here. And you got to score 2 times and get 2 two-point conversions. More than likely, you're looking at a 3-score game. I would expect them to take some shots here and then maybe run some hurry-up.
Williams, the ball carrier, running left side, stiff arms Jaquan Dent, slaps Jaquan Dent in the helmet, but Jaquan runs him out of bounds. Good defense by the Raiders' number 1, Jaquan Dent. Gain of a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Greene County Tech.
I love that legal hand fighting, as they say. It's always fun to see that. Competitive kids going at it like that.
Well, Jaquan did a good job of sticking with it. He got busted in the chops a time or two there by Williams, but he's still able to take the running back out of bounds. It's 3rd down and 5. Barber in the backfield. Williams back there with him. Barber to pass. Charles Moore hits him. Intercepted by Joaquim the Dream Daniels. Joaquim at the 40. He is down to the Greene County Tech 37-yard line. Big pick by Joaquim Daniels. Let's watch the replay on that.
Got hit in the back, it looks like, by Charles Moore right there, and it affects that pass, goes off the rails. Joaquim Daniels is right there for it, for an interception.
Nice job by Raiders number 4, Joaquim the
Dream.
It
looks like that hit by Charles Moore affected that pass.
Yes.
And really changed the trajectory of it.
So Joaquim Daniels gets the interception. That's the first career interception for Joaquim the Dream, and we'll give the assist to Charles Moore. Is there an interception assist? Is that a stat? How about that?
That's I don't believe so.
Little tipped ball to Josie Perkins.
And it looks like we have Jaquan Dent in the backfield playing running back right now after the injury to Cameron Scarlett.
Jaquan Dent actually started at running back a couple of weeks ago. I believe at the Blytheville game, Jaquan Dent spent quite a bit of time at running back. If he didn't start, he played a bunch.
Took many snaps.
And he is in the backfield with Cade Carter. Carter gives to Jaquan Dent. Jaquan running right side, gets to the edge and
looks like he got to about the 28-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Going to be very close to the first.
Yeah, it's just a basic sweep play right there to Jaquan, and he's able to pull it together for about 4 yards, and you have a 3rd and manageable right here. You got to think the Raiders would really like to score right here and really, really make it tough on Greene County Tech in the fourth quarter.
Carter with Dent in the backfield. You would think it'd be a running play. It is. Oh, Jaquan Dent is hit immediately, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss. That's Greene County Tech's number 64. That's Clinton Cole Tucker. Big 265-pound sophomore.
He really blew that up.
He
and
did.
Basically that play had no chance after he got off the ball. right there. And it looks like the Raiders are going to go for it,
Yeah.
kind of in that awkward spot where you can't really punt and it's too far to kick a field goal.
4th down and 2. It would be a 46-yard field goal, and they like their chances of getting 2 yards here. Give to Jaquan Dent. Jaquan ducks his head.
Looks like
he's going to
get very close.
I believe he's got the first down. Let's see what kind of spot that we get. Maybe not a very favorable spot. Unfortunately, spots are not reviewable in high school football. So
they're going to say that it's Green County Tech. No measure or nothing.
And Green County Tech with the ball. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Nettleton 16-0 lead. But Green County Tech's defense stiffened up when they had to and made a big stop.
Yeah, I'll give them a lot of credit. You got, I disagree with the spot, but at the same time, if you're as an objective observer, Green County Tech did a great job defensively of creating a short run, putting doubt in the minds of the official, and getting their offense the ball back while they still have a chance on here what will likely be the last play of the third quarter.
But I find it hard to be an objective observer. I'll be honest with you. I find myself rooting for the Raiders. That's okay.
Oh, me too.
That's okay though. That's
try and be as fair as I can, but I obviously.
Yeah, I started to say that might have been a lateral right there, intended for Williams, but it's incomplete pass, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Green County Tech. 11 seconds remaining on the clock in the third quarter.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Green County Tech does here. The last 2 possessions have ended in an interception, a turnover, giving the ball back to Nettleton. One deep in Nettleton territory, and it'll be interesting to see how they call the rest of the game with that being the case, with their backup quarterback having to take over duties.
Barber gives to Williams. Williams running left side, looking for some room, and he is belly to back suplexed to the ground by Charles Moore. That's going to be a gain of 7, 3rd down and 3.
And that's going to be I think the last play of the third quarter right there.
Yes, they're already 12 minutes on the clock. 12 minutes left to play. Fourth quarter when we come back. Nettleton 16, Green County Tech 0. You are watching Raider football. Homecoming night on NTV.
Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls. That's right, a place where the food comes flying to you, and it's good enough to eat. Front Page Cafe is also famous for our all-you-can-eat pass-arounds that come with every lunch or dinner. Lunch specials start at just $6.99. That includes a meal, flying rolls, and all the pass-arounds you can eat. So get your next home-cooked meal at Front Page Cafe. And don't forget, we've got the best old-fashioned breakfast in town. Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls.
And we welcome you back to this broadcast of Raider football on NTV. Hey, want to say a shout out to a great Nettleton Raider, Kevin Kingston, class of 1979, I believe. He is in the chat. Kevin Kingston was good friends with Mark Harrison, who lived across the street from me whenever I was a kid. He'd come over and play football with us, and great guy, great family. And Kevin, it's great to have you supporting your alma mater by watching the broadcast here on the live stream. Kevin Kingston from the class of 79. Their reunion will be next week. What do we got here? 3rd down and 3 for Green County Tech. They give to Williams. Williams has got the first down, and then he is brought down, tackle led by Nettleton's number 14, Dorian Tucker.
That's the first play run all night by either team from under center. Took the snap under center, just turned around and gave it to him right there, power football for a first down. And you got to think, if the Raider defense can just keep Green County Tech in front of them, they'll be okay. The time is of the essence here if you're Green County Tech. I'll be interested to see what happens this coming drive.
Speaking of time, there's 11 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this game here in the fourth quarter. That is a pass is complete out there on the far side
Number
to
6.
Fisher Wood. He's wrestled out of bounds after a gain of
7, it looks like.
6 or 7 hard-fought yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, it's just a basic wide receiver screen. Really good job of him fighting forward, and a decent job by the Nettleton Raiders of getting over there quickly and not letting that balloon into a big play.
So, I want to say we appreciate Eli Campbell, who's been our down cameraman throughout the second half. That's a keeper there by Barber. He is close to the first down.
It looks like they might give it to him. No, they're going to mark it third and inches. 3rd and inches. Looked like a block in the back right there on the line of scrimmage. No call. And we'll see what Greene County Tech does. I imagine we're going to see handoff to Williams right here and try and blow Nettleton off the ball.
3rd down and about a foot, it looks like. The give is to Williams. Williams has the first down. He is stood up by a wall of Raiders. Charles Moore in on it. Jorge Salas also in on the stop. Things getting a little bit chippy down there between these two teams. Also in on the stop, number 14, that's Dorian Tucker. Called his name several times tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
Has had himself a good game. It's 1st and 10 for Greene County Tech at the Nettleton 45.
That's 5 straight rushes right there for Greene County Tech. So if you're at Nettleton, you can't get caught sleeping. Got to make sure you're still paying attention to the play action pass, because I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled it and tried to go up top of this on one of these next few plays.
1st and 10 for Greene County Tech. Barber back to pass, looking for Williams, actually looking for Vaughn. And the weatherman's son has the first down after a nice run after the short pass. First down, Golden Eagles.
To the 29. And, I figured they would take a downfield shot. They didn't. They went with a screen pass. It's worked for them, and it worked right there. Really good job by Shad Vaughn at getting upfield. A lot of guys get that screen pass, and they like to dance or try and do too much with it. He just took his nose upfield.
North-south, as they say. 1st and
downhill
10.
Toward daylight, or as you will.
I believe that's a Coach Patrick line.
The legend.
Barber steps up in the pocket, decides to keep it himself, and he runs out of bounds. Hot on his heels was Cam Scarlett. Good to see Cameron back out there.
That almost looked like a design quarterback draw, as quickly as he bailed on that. Quite remarkable.
Yes. Gain of 7. It's going to be 2nd down.
Need to create a negative play right here if you're Nettleton's defense. Need to get them off schedule. Need to make them change up the plan.
Barber back to pass, looking right side. It is complete to Shad Vaughn. What a catch by Vaughn, and he is headed to the end zone. He's in there. Touchdown, Greene County Tech. A 27-yard strike. Barber to Shad Vaughn, and Greene County Tech is on the board.
Amazing catch right there. It looked like it was going to get broken up right there by the Raiders, and he was able to come down with it and then take off for a touchdown. And you got to think Greene County Tech's going for 2 right here.
A 2-point conversion would make this a 1-possession game.
And it'd be huge if you're Nettleton to try and get this stop right here, because if you get this stop, you now have a 2-possession game and only 9 minutes to go.
Right. 9 minutes and 10 seconds to play in this game, and the flags come flying. If that's delay of game.
It's going to be a substitution infraction.
Okay, illegal substitution against Greene County Tech. I believe it means the same thing. So that'll back them up 5. Hey, Grayson, that's a big 5 yards right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, because a lot of those 2-point conversions are basically just goal line plays that are repurposed.
You got to gain 3 yards.
Yeah, there are a lot of goal line plays that just get repurposed as 2-point plays. Now you're talking about basically a 4th and goal from the 8.
Right.
In terms of your play call. It'd be really interesting to see what they do right here. I'd imagine they try and get the ball to Williams in the flat.
He is in the backfield. He's just blocking over the middle. The pass is incomplete, and it was intended for Greene County Tech's number 6. Fisher Wood, incomplete. The Raiders defense holds with 9:10 to play in the game, 16-6. That's a big stop right there.
Yes, it is. It's not a bad play right there by Greene County Tech, but it was well covered. Ball was thrown behind the receiver, and you're able to get a stop and really put Greene County Tech behind the 8 ball right here. And, do you think they onside kick?
I could see it happening.
When there's only 9 minutes, this game has gone by quickly. Both teams are sort of running the clock as they get the ball.
And it is a 2-possession game.
It is a 2-possession game. If you're Greene County Tech, even if you get stops, you have to score 2 more times.
It looks like Coach Moss is getting his hands team
I would
together.
think they would onside this.
I see the outlaw Josie Perkins down there, Devin Alexander, Tommy Scarborough, Jaquan Dent, Cameron Scarlett. Did I say his name already? Charles Moore.
The quarterback has also made his way out there.
How about that? Cade Carter. Cade told me earlier in the year that he would like to play defense. He would like to play outside linebacker. I think the coaches wisely ruled against that. He's too valuable as the quarterback. But Cade is out there on the front line as well. So the hands team in place for the Raiders. Kyle Tolley right in the middle of them. Jaquan Dent, Tommy Scarborough. Let's see what they do here. Definitely going for the onside, it appears. Big play in this game right now. Kick does go 10 yards. Great job by Jaquan Dent. He stepped up, he fielded it, he got to the ground. Big play by Jaquan.
Textbook onside kick recovery right there by the Nettleton Raider hands team by Jaquan Dent. Like, as you said, step forward, caught that ball right before it got to 10 yards, and then hit the deck in the play and give your offense the ball back. And put them in a position now where they've got good field position. If they can go score again, they can proverbially put this game away.
1st and 10 right at midfield.
And in a lot of traffic right there to recover that onside kick.
That was a good onside kick. It went exactly 10 yards. Cameron Scarlett right up the middle, and he has got the first down. Good, tough run there by number 8. I like the way this sophomore runs the ball.
I do too. Tough kid. That carry right there will put him at 100 yards. He's averaging a little bit over 5 yards a carry. He's already got 2 touchdowns today. Really stepped up and become a workhorse these last couple weeks.
He's a good hand. He's a good football player.
I imagine he's going to get the ball several more times on this possession.
Yes. It's the first 100-yard game of his high school career.
And it's great to see him back out there after an injury earlier this half.
Yes. Tough kid. Gives the ball back to Cameron Scarlett. Good, tough run up the middle. He is tackled by Greene County Tech's 19. That's Cato Batten.
It looks like he's injured again. Ankle.
Gain of 1.
Looks like he's re-aggravated that ankle that we were talking about earlier.
2nd down and 9. And, yes, Cameron is seems to be favoring his lower right leg. And Cameron is in some pain out there. Ryan, our trainer, we appreciate St. Bernard's doing a great job. Guys like Ryan taking care of our athletes here at Nettleton. Cameron Scarlett, the injured Raider right now. And that is just a nagging injury that Cameron has. He's a very hard-nosed physical football player. But those joints like the ankle, you get one banged up, it can be a very, very aggravating injury that just keeps on getting dinged. He's up, and he is, again, favoring that right ankle.
Yeah, when you got to think with that being his second sort of ding up this half, and with just 8.5 minutes to go in this one, you got to think that's probably the last we'll see of him tonight. Not that I think it's necessarily serious. I have a feeling that the coaching staff will likely hold him out these final 8 or so minutes.
8:26 left to play. Jaquan Dent in the backfield. It's 2nd down and 9 for the Raiders. The 10-point lead over Greene County Tech. The pass is intended for Kyle Tolley, is incomplete, broken up there by Greene County Tech's number 30, Caleb Freeman. That was a pretty dangerous throw right there.
Yeah, it was. Kyle Tolley, while not in quadruple coverage, was in the area of 4 Tech defenders right there, and even more amazingly, the ball probably could have been caught.
3rd down and 9 is Cade Carter not afraid to throw that ball in there.
Well, he trusts his arm and trusts his receivers a lot, and
yes.
Most of the time that's a blessing.
It's 3rd down and 9 downfield.
That time
this
it wasn't.
time it is picked off. I may have jinxed him with my commentary, and I apologize for that. That is the 2nd interception of the game for Greene County Tech, and it is the first for number 27. That's Josh Condre. He returns it just past midfield, and Greene County Tech will take over 1st and 10 at 8:05 to play.
Yeah, we were just talking about how Cade trusts his arm and trusts his receivers. That one right there, a little bit too much. Made a poor decision, threw it right into double coverage. Greene County Tech took advantage and had a really big return on that. 32-yard return, and gets it in Nettleton territory. And now, with 8 minutes to go, makes this thing interesting.
It does. Nettleton up by 10 with 8:05 remaining in this game. Barber, the quarterback, as the starter, Cody Miller, went down with an injury in the first half. Barber back to pass. Pass intended for number 27 is incomplete. That is Josh Condre, the man who just made the interception. This time it's an incompletion. This 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, just a short hop on the throw right there. I got to think with this in this possession, down 2 scores, Greene County Tech's gonna take the ball to the air a lot more than we've seen them so far, and they're gonna try and really score quickly if they can.
Good time for the Raider defensive secondary to step up. 2nd down and 10. Christian Barber, the quarterback, he is dropping straight back to pass. It's a screen to Williams. Nice job over there by Charles Moore.
Really great open field tackle right there by Charles Moore. They run the screen. The whole Greene County Tech offensive line gets out there. It looks like it's set up for a big gain. And Charles Moore is able to weave his way through, make an open field tackle, hold him to a 3 or 4 yard gain, and give Greene County Tech a longer 3rd down and keep the Raider defense, keep them in front of them.
It's 3rd down and 6. Great open field tackle there by Charles Moore. 7:28 on the clock and ticking. 3rd down and 6. Big play right here. Pass is intended and complete to Williams. Williams with a little bit of room to run after a missed tackle, and he gets the ball down to the 27-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Golden Eagles, and he gets out of bounds, stops the clock at 7:15.
That was about a perfect swing pass. It was perfectly led, and all you have to do is wait one man miss, and unfortunately Dent was unable to make the tackle in open field like Charles Moore was last play, and he's able to get a 1st down. And 17-yard completion right there for Greene County Tech.
David Williams in the backfield. This time Barber looking downfield. Tommy Scarborough on the defense, but he's going to be caught with a pass interference. Ball intended for Shad Vaughn, and Tommy looks like he was guilty of that one. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty after the pass
Not
interference.
that much contact on that one, but that's a classic one where he didn't turn around and look for the ball. And the officials are going to get you for that every single time. When you don't turn around and you make contact with that receiver and you don't play the ball. And that's going to be textbook right there. It's going to be an automatic 1st down penalty right there.
With 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in this game, Nettleton with a 10-point lead, but Greene County Tech with the ball and definitely with the momentum right now. Raider defense could use one of their turnovers at this point in the game. It'll be 1st and 10, Greene County Tech from the Nettleton Raider 12-yard line.
It'd be huge to get a stop right here if you're Nettleton. Huge to get a stop.
Nettleton with a 5-man front. Charles Moore with pressure. He throws it up, and it's going to be another pass interference. Yeah, it's Dez Mitchell back there, and Dez is going to be called for a pass interference, and that's going to be half the distance to the goal. It should be 1st and goal on the 6.
Yeah, that one's going to be a lot more egregious. Yeah. That's right there, just getting beat and then tackling, basically tackling the wide receiver once. Yeah. And as you said, that'll likely be half the distance to the goal.
Be 1st down and 4 from the 6 is what our spotter/Sun reporter Sean Sanders says. Actually, it's like
it's going to be 1st and goal from the 6.
Goal.
Pass interference is automatic 1st down.
It's not automatic 1st down in high school. No, it's not automatic 1st down in high school.
Now the referees.
It looked like they're actually having a conference to discuss that. Actually, probably discussing exactly what we're discussing.
Yeah, I believe they're probably going to say, "Hey, let's get the chain gang to be back there."
I stand corrected, everybody.
I would have thought the same thing. But yes, sure.
It's not supposed to be an automatic 1st down in high school. It should still be 1st and 4 at the 6.
See, I learned something today. Appreciate Sean Saunders keeping us straight.
Yeah, I assumed it was the same as college in the NFL.
Yep, he's on top of it for sure. So it's 1st down and 4. From the 6-yard line. Raider crowd coming alive here, and there's some movement. I believe that's going to be a false start on number 54.
54 jumped first.
We're going to see what the call is.
Williams. There was some movement on both sides of the line, and I believe Nettleton was drawn. Yes, it's going to be offsides.
It looked like the right tackle right there flinched before the Nettleton defensive lineman came across. A lot of mental mistakes by both teams right here last couple plays.
And those penalties in the red zone, those are the kind of things that will kill you because that backs it up instead of.
And now we've got 1st and 9.
It's 1st and 9
from the 11. It
from
looks
the
like
11-yard line. Big penalty right there. Williams in the backfield with the sophomore quarterback, Barber. Barber back to pass. It's a screen to Williams, and
he's going to get in.
Getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Greene County Tech. Nice play and good execution.
Looks like we're going to get a penalty after the play. Looks like a little bit of pushing and shoving right there at the end. Yeah, that was just a basic screen pass, little outlet screen pass. Really fooled the Raider defense right there, and he was able to get the blockers out in front of him and score a touchdown and make this thing a one-possession game.
7 minutes and 4 seconds to play in
it
this
looks
game.
like we have a penalty.
Yeah, there was some maybe some extracurricular activity going on after that. Let's see. What
Looks
the
like
man
it
in the
might be on the
whitehead
Raiders.
says. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Greene County Tech, it looks like.
Okay.
I don't know if that will be assessed on the kickoff or if they will actually back up the point after attempt. If they back up the point after attempt, that's huge. I honestly, and I'm saying that because I honestly don't know what the call will be here.
I believe it will be assessed on the kickoff.
Okay. It'd be better for us if they assessed it right now.
Yes, it would. Yeah, because now you're talking about a 4-point game and there's no field goal can't tie it.
Yes.
And the clock did not run on that last play.
The kick is up, and it is good with 7:04 to play in the game. Your score is now Nettleton 16, Greene County Tech 13. And Grayson, hey, we got ourselves a ball game here.
Yeah. You know, now you're in a spot where you have to not only move the football, but you have to take care of the football and be smart. And you can't turn the ball over again like you did last possession. And you have to either go score and really make it tough on them, or you have to hold the ball for 7 minutes, basically. And to hold the ball for 7 minutes, you have to get a number of first downs in a row and force them to burn those timeouts.
Which Greene County Tech has 3 of.
Yes, and it'll be. I imagine now with the time still left on the clock, we'll see a regular kickoff from Greene County Tech.
Yes, if they get a defensive stop, they're in business. They kick it deep,
and so it'll be interesting to see what the Raiders do on offense. How Coach Wilson goes about the game plan for this particular possession and what they do. They're down to Jaquan Dent at running back with the injury to Cameron Scarlett. Excuse me. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
And Scarlett getting injured not only hurts on offense, but it really hurts on defense as well. He plays linebacker for Nettleton and led them in tackles last week. So
I guess the unsportsmanlike conduct was on Nettleton.
Well, he sure enough pointed toward Greene County Tech.
He definitely did, but it looks like it was obviously a penalty on Nettleton. They've moved it to the Raiders side of the field, 45-yard line for this onside kick try. Surprised that the Eagles are going to onside kick right here.
I thought they would kick it deep, but a little okey-doke, and it is recovered by the Raiders.
It's going to be offsides, I think.
That's Cade Carter who caught it, and it's going to be there's a flag on the play, offsides.
Looks like the first kicker crossed the ball, which you're not supposed to do. That'd be an offsides penalty. Either way, the Nettleton Raiders recovered the ball cleanly.
Evidently, with it being a dead ball foul, however, they're going to let them re-kick it.
Yes, they will.
Back it up 5 and let them re-kick it. And Greene County Tech really catches a break right there with Nettleton recovering that onside attempt, making them do it again.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they're kicking the onside right here. I know you're still down by a score, but there's over 7 minutes to play. You have all of your timeouts. You have forced Nettleton to get rid of. You forced Nettleton a Nettleton stop. Excuse me. The last 2 possessions, and you have a short field. I would probably kick the ball through the end zone, but I don't get paid the big bucks.
Same play. This time it goes 10 yards. Cade Carter recovers it. Good job by Cade Carter. He recovered the ball, and then he angled his body away to absorb the hit. So it's a big recovery.
Looks like the same penalty this time.
Maybe another flag. Now, this is something I've never seen before. They're going to give him another shot at this onside kick. If so, this will be the 3rd attempt. Nettleton has been successful the previous 2. You would think that would be something we could just decline. Let's take the result of the play, but illegal procedure against Greene County Tech, and that works in Tech's favor at the result
It's
of the
very
play.
odd that they just keep getting to try onside kicks.
Now, on the flip side of that, if Greene County Tech would have successfully recovered, it would be nullified by that penalty. But as it is right now, those penalties working in Greene County Tech's favor. They're backing it up to the 45-yard line, and Greene County Tech.
Do you think they try
kick
the
it
same thing again, or do you think they just try a regular onside kick?
Be interesting to see.
You've now gotten called for a penalty.
Almost back to where they should be on normal.
That's right.
Yeah.
That 15-yard penalty basically negated by the 2 illegal procedure calls.
2/3 of it, yes. You got to think they just go with a regular onside kick right here, or just a regular kickoff.
Well, with 7:04 remaining, seems to me a strategic move would be kicking it deep. And that's exactly what he's going to do.
Little squib kick.
Let's see if it they get
It's
it
a
to
live
Josie
ball.
Perkins. Josie with the return. Josie running right side, and he is tackled at the 14-yard line. In on the stop for Greene County Tech, among others, Matthew Wells. I believe that's who made initial.
Ended up working out really well for Greene County Tech because that squib was almost perfect, and it took a while for Josie Perkins to get back there and get that ball. And now you got Nettleton with a first down at their own 14-yard line, and you put them in a tough spot offensively.
Cade Carter, senior quarterback, and it's time to do senior quarterback type things right here for number 10. Giving some information to Jaquan Dent, Josie Perkins in motion. The give to Josie Perkins. Josie Perkins is hammered in the backfield.
Took a big hit right there.
Yes, he did. In on the stop.
Ran just a basic jet sweep right there. Looks like he got no gain, just right back to the line of scrimmage right there.
Cato Batten.
A little shaken up after the play. He's gonna, even if he's okay, he's gonna have to come out right here. It looks like.
Josie he's saying he's all right, but
but it doesn't matter. The officials have already told him he's got to get off the field.
Yeah, Josie Perkins pleading his case, saying I'm good.
I admire the toughness, but
that's right. But he has to come out for one play. Tommy Scarborough coming in for him. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders on their own 14. 6:38 to play in the game. Carter in the backfield with Jaquan Dent. He gives to Jaquan Dent. Jaquan Dent, big hole up the middle.
First down for the Raiders.
First down to the 26, 25-yard line, and let's move those chains and roll clock roll.
We've mentioned his name several times, but Jacob Taylor right there. Huge pancake opened up a gigantic hole right there for the offensive line, and Dent takes it right up the gut for 11 yards and a first down, and keeps the Raiders where they want to be, which is ahead of schedule and with that clock rolling.
1st and 10 for the Raiders after the big run, keyed by Jacob Taylor. Carter allowing the play clock to roll. Game clock right at 6 minutes and ticking right now. Carter on the keeper.
Keeps it.
Running right side.
Fumble.
He fumbles it. Loose ball.
Looks like it's going to
I
be a
don't know.
pile. Looks like
Yeah,
Tech recovered.
Greene County Tech does have the ball. My goodness. Greene County Tech will have the ball at the 25-yard line. Fumble recovery there by number 19, Cato Batten. Cade fumbled, and the ball went from black shirt to white shirt, and the white shirt got it.
I couldn't tell if it got pawed out by a hand or if he just dropped the ball. I didn't see him get hit by anybody, but it could have been one of those things where someone came and swiped his ball-carrying arm, and it spilled out. And you hate to see that.
You sure do. So Nettleton's defense, who pitched a shutout in the first half, actually
needs to
pitched
stop
a
right
shutout
here.
through 3 quarters.
Needs to stop.
Stop in a big way. Sophomore quarterback Christian Barber is Nettleton's crowd coming alive over here.
I think we're going to get a false start on the Eagles.
That'll back them up 5. It'll be 1st down and 15, and hey, we'll take that. Those 5 yards are big right now.
If you're Nettleton, you have to take what you've learned so far. Tech's going to run a lot of screen passes. They're going to try and get that cavalry out in front of Williams and get him the ball in space, anticipate it, and you have to make a play based on it.
Barber in the backfield as the quarterback. Williams running back with him. Barber is going to keep it.
That was an RPO, it looked like.
Gain of about 4. He's close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be second down, and we'll call it second down and 10 as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
That was the first time I've seen somebody run an RPO tonight, Craig. He faked the handoff, and it looked like he had a screen pass over towards the sideline that he could go to if he wanted to, decided to keep it and got back to the original line. And good job by Nettleton of keeping that thing covered up and not allowing a big play.
This time he's back to pass and a quarterback draw. He is covered up by Stephen Williams leading the tackle.
Looks like about 3 yards on that.
Jorge Salas also in on the stop. It's going to be third down and 7 for Greene County Tech. This is the time when the Raider crowd should come alive and get behind this defense. We need a big stop right here. Now, obviously we're in 4-down territory, but third down and 7, time for the defense to stiffen.
Yeah, and got to anticipate they'll probably run a screen pass right here. Nope.
Looking downfield. Under pressure. Quarterback sack, Jacob Taylor.
He's been huge tonight.
Actually, that's Jorge Salas. I'm sorry. 58,
Both of them.
Jorge Salas.
Both of them then.
Big play by the tough sophomore,
There's
Jorge
enough love
Salas.
to go around.
That's
we can
right.
mention both.
Loss of 3, and it's 4th
That's
down
a big
and
play.
10.
That's a big play. I anticipated the screen pass. I was wrong. Tech tried to take a shot and tried to make something happen, and we got a sack out of it. And they're attempting what would be a 43-yard field goal right here.
43-yard field goal to tie the game.
I don't want to say I anticipate. I would not be surprised by a fake right here.
That's number 81 for Greene County Tech. The kick is
gonna be
high
short.
enough, but it is going to be short, well short, so the Raiders will take over. 3:52 to play, and Grayson, all I can say after that missed field goal is, whew.
Yeah, absolutely. And while some might question that decision by the Tech coaching staff, I understand it. 4th and closer, I would go. You go for it. But with enough time left in the game, 3:52, you still have all your timeouts. Once again, Nettleton's turned the ball over to their last 2 possessions, and you're in a 4th and 10, which is not a high percentage play anyway. I maybe would have gone for it, but I don't necessarily condemn the field goal try right there.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Raiders on their own 20 after the missed field goal attempt.
Got to protect the ball this possession.
Charles Moore in the backfield with Jaquan Dent, Cade Carter. He gives to Dent, running up the middle, makes a cut, gets to the 26. It's going to be second down and 4 for the Raiders. Good first down run by Jaquan Dent.
Yes, sir. It looked like he got about 6 yards. Looks like we ran kind of a basic lead dive play with Charles Moore being the lead blocker for Jaquan Dent. And you're gonna run 40 seconds off the clock, and you're going to position yourself with a good chance of getting a first down and maybe start forcing Greene County Tech to start burning some of those timeouts.
3 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock, and it is ticking. Play clock at 14. Game clock now at 3:16. 2 backs in the backfield with Cade Carter. Charles Moore, Jaquan Dent. The give to Jaquan Dent. Jaquan looking for a hole. Bulls his way into a first down and then some. Hang on to that ball, Jaquan. He does so. He is tackled at the 35-yard line. First down, Raiders, and that's big.
Really
right
impressive, strong run right there. First off, after the carry, after the initial handoff, he waits for his blockers to create a hole. He's patient. He stays behind him, and then he just runs strong with that ball high and tight and gets a first down for the Raiders. And is really going to put Greene County Tech behind the 8 ball right here. You got to anticipate they'll burn one of these timeouts soon with the clock ticking under 3 now.
Yes, the clock is at 2:47 and ticking. By the time he gets the play off, it's going to be right about 2:30. First down and 10 for the Raiders. Ball control of the utmost importance right now. The give to Jaquan Dent. Stutter step, bounces out right. He's across the 40, stay in bounds. Flag on the play.
They're going to get Nettleton for a crackback block.
Flag on the play, and let's see what the call is. He's conferring with the Greene County Tech sideline.
They're going to get him with an illegal blindside, it looks like. Looks like he I couldn't tell who it was. It was one of the Raider receivers. Looked like he got the back ear hole of one of the Greene County Tech defensive backs as Dent was bouncing that to the outside.
Well, you watch for the call. I'll see if I can see the replay here. It's did you say personal foul against Nettleton?
Yep. May have been Charles Moore.
that looked like a clean block to me. I just watched it on the replay, and it looked like a clean block, whoever they called it against, and I couldn't tell on here. It didn't look like – it looked good to me. But, of course, I am very, very biased.
I'm not a fan of the rule in general, personally.
2:25
You're
to
playing
play.
football, you keep your head on a swivel.
Exactly. That's what you do in a vicious cockfight. It's what you do in a high school football game. 2:25 to play in the game. It'll be first down and 20 for the Raiders on their own 26. At their own 26. Cade Carter in the backfield, 2 backs with him. This time to give to Jaquan Dent. He's running left side, trying to get to the edge. He's across the 40-yard line, and he goes out of bounds. It'll be second down and 5, it looks like.
Well, normally I would be condemning the going out of bounds right there by Jaquan Dent. I'm actually fine with it that way because he was able to get a 15-yard gain and get all those penalty yards back and put you in second and favorable. So if you stay in bounds this play, you now force Greene County Tech to burn a timeout, or you let that clock. They keep letting that clock roll down.
2 minutes and 16 seconds to play in this game right now. Carter in the backfield, Jaquan Dent, the ball carrier. He's running the left side. He's got a first down, and he stays in bounds this time. Great job by Jaquan Dent. Clock at 2 minutes and 10 seconds. First down, Raiders. And
he is really, really, really putting this team on his back right now.
Yes, he is.
Another strong run by Jaquan Dent. Really was able to bounce it out to the outside. Like I said, keep that thing high and tight, protect the football, and it looks like they're going to force Greene County Tech to take their first time out of the half.
Yes, 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in this game. Nettleton with a 3-point lead. First and 10, Raiders on their own 49. We will take a break with the Raiders and let you hear from one of our great sponsors. You are watching Raider football on Nettleton Television. We'll be right back after this message.
Say being a Raider is about more than just going to school. They say being a Raider is about our community, about tradition. Kindergarten at Nettleton is about teachers that I love, learning that is fun. It's really about pride in what we do and who we are becoming. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.
And we welcome you back to Nettleton High School's Raider Field, where Nettleton trying to hold on to a 3-point lead. 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in this game. Greene County Tech just took a timeout. That is their first of the half. They have 2 remaining. So they can stop the clock 2 more times.
And I imagine it'll be on these next 2 plays.
Carter in the backfield, Charles Moore, Jaquan Dent with him. 2 receivers outright, but the Raiders are going to keep it on the ground. Running right side, Jaquan Dent, and he is tackled near the line of scrimmage.
I think we're going to get Nettleton for a block in the back right there.
That's Cato Batten on the stop, and that's going to back us up, but more importantly, it's going to stop the clock and keep them from having to use
I think they're going to get Devin Alexander with a block in the back. And we've got another running back injured. Jaquan Dent hobbling off the field right now, it looks like.
He's got his helmet off, and he's hobbling off. Don't like to see that. Going into the game for the Raiders, however, is Orion Pugh, sophomore running back, who's just coming off an ankle injury. Greene County Tech does take a timeout as the clock is about to start rolling.
They declined the block in the back penalty, it looks like.
They declined that just to take the loss of down.
Understood. I mean, it makes sense.
Yes, sure enough. So, tell you what, we'll keep it right here during this timeout, and we'll say thanks again to our great sponsors, Consolidated Insurance, Shadrachs Coffee, First Community Bank, Russell's Truck Accessories, Delaplaine Seed Company, Hilltop Fitness, Collision Repair, Front Page Cafe, and Legacy Homes. That's the great people who are bringing this broadcast to you tonight. And, Grayson, they have brought a great game to Raider Nation tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if Nettleton is able to get another first down, it looks like I think the game will be over.
Yes.
If they're able to get another first down, you're now into a situation where that 40-second play clock becomes a real factor, and Tech's only down to is down to just 1 timeout.
That's right.
It's a big second and third down coming up for the Raiders.
Second
and for Greene County Tech.
10, 1 minute and 56 seconds on the clock. Carter in the backfield, Orion Pugh with him. the give is to Pugh. Pugh running right side. They stayed in bounds after a gain of a couple. It's going to be 2nd down and 8, and that's a very smart play by the sophomore running back, staying in bounds. Oh, boy.
We got another penalty, it looks like.
A flag on the play. Let's see what we got here. Penalties have been hurting the Raiders in the second half for sure. And let's see, he's talking to the Greene County Tech coach. That's a bad sign. It's going to be against the Raiders. Let's watch for this holding against the Raiders, and that penalty is declined. So with less than 2 minutes to play, Greene County Tech would rather have the loss of down rather than the yardage. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders, and with 1:50 to play, Raiders, you would think, may throw the ball right here.
Clock should be running right now. Should it not?
Well, I don't know if the penalty stops the clock.
It should start it back once. Timeout Nettleton anyway.
Nettleton takes a timeout, and Coach Hampton is, I think he's asking the
penalty would restart the clock after they set the ball, much like a 1st down.
Right. But they sure did not run the clock right there. So
yeah, that was going to be my question. Was it didn't look like he got out of bounds, and nobody called a timeout. So why was the clock not moving?
Right. And I guess, do they stop the clock on the penalty? They stop it long enough to tell what it is, and then they run the clock.
If the play if the play was a play where the clock would run anyway, it would be much like a 1st down, where they would stop it and then set it and let it run.
Well, Nettleton takes a timeout to talk it over, and they have 1 remaining. Greene County
big
Tech
3rd and 10 right
as
here.
well. 3rd down and 10. What do you do here, Grayson? Do you run it, keep that clock running no matter what? Do you?
I think you do. I think you do, because even if you don't get a 1st down right here, you're in a spot in the field where you can pooch punt and really put Greene County Tech in a tough spot where they've got to go 80 or more yards in less than 2 minutes with 1 timeout or 0 timeouts to try and win this football game. So I think you keep it on the ground regardless. Maybe get a little bit more creative than, say, your regular dive play, but a running play nonetheless.
Carter in the backfield. Jaquan Dent is back. They go to the air. It is complete to Josie Perkins, and, man, he is hammered. Hang on to that ball, Josie. He is hammered immediately by Greene County Tech's number 30, Caleb Freeman. The result of the play is going to be a gain of about 6. It's going to be 4th down and 4 with 1:37 to play in the game. Greene County Tech elects to take their final time out. So 4th down and 4, and now the question is, what do the Raiders do? Do they punt it? Do they go for it where they are? What do you think, Grayson?
You have to punt the ball right here. You have to punt the ball. Even if it's not a long punt, you make them go further than they would if you didn't get the 1st down. If it was maybe 4th and inches, I would say probably 4th and inches, 4th and 1, you can kind of end it with 1 play. 4th and 4, it looks like. I think you got to punt this ball. Just a little pooch punt maybe from Cade. And force them to go 80, 90 yards with 1.5 minutes to play and no timeouts, and hope your defense can get a stop and trust your defense to get a stop.
Well, Cameron Scarlett, who is their, I guess you would say their 1st-string punter, is on the sidelines, out of the game. He's standing up on his own power. It looks like he's all right. Probably just re-aggravated, just retweaked that nagging ankle injury.
Yeah, I have a feeling the coaching staff basically just told him his night was done.
Yeah, let's shut him down. And the senior quarterback, Cade Carter, is on to punt. Greene County Tech runs somebody back. That's number 27, Josh Condry.
The one that had the interception earlier.
Carter, end over end punt. Hopefully he'll have a Raider bounce, a Raider roll.
Looks like he downed it right at the 16-yard line.
So 1st and 10 on the 16 for Greene County Tech. 1 minute and 29 seconds to play. Raiders up by 3. No timeouts for Greene County Tech. Time to trust your defense to bring this homecoming victory to the good guys.
Yeah, and this is where, as a defense, you get into, I don't want to call it prevent, but you get into keep everything in front of us kind of mode. Greene County Tech hasn't had very many long plays tonight. They haven't had really any plays where they've really stretched the field vertically throwing the football. Most of their passing game has been from screens and little out routes and slants. And so this is a situation where you keep it in front, try and keep everything in front of you, wrap up, keep them in bounds, and let that clock run and really put pressure on them.
Hit in the backfield. The pass
Short.
is incomplete, intended for Shad Vaughn, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10, a minute and 25 to play in the game.
Yeah, and as you saw from that play right there, even though it was incomplete, that was going to be a screen pass. They're going to try and they really try and get the ball to their athletes, Shad Vaughn, Williams, those other players in space, and they usually do that through screens, swing passes, slants, things like that. So keep everything in front of you and put pressure on them to try and go down this field.
Barber back to pass. Looking left side, the pass
Intercepted.
is intercepted.
Nope, dropped
Almost intercepted. Charles Moore looked like he had it, but then he somehow or another was jarred loose. The result of the play is an incomplete pass, 3rd down and 10.
It looked like him and Tommy Scarborough both went for the interception, and then neither of them ended up with the ball.
Right, and a little bit of frustration expressed there by Charles Moore. They're patting each other on the back out
Friendly
there.
frustration.
Yes.
One of those, oh, man, I almost had it.
That's right. Incomplete pass makes it 3rd and 10. Interception would have been nice, but we'll take the incomplete pass for sure. 3rd down and 10. 1 minute and 20 seconds to play in this game. Greene County Tech, a lot of real estate to go. Barber passing over the middle, and it is intended for number 4, incomplete. It was intended for Brasher, and it's going to be 4th down and 10, so it all comes down to this for Greene County Tech, their last gasp.
He had Brasher open right there, and it looks like he just led him just a little bit too far. And I actually think the Raiders secondary, number 14, Dorian Tucker, actually misplayed it a little bit. It looked like he was going for the ball instead of or was waiting on the ball instead of going attack the receiver. But a nice play, an incomplete pass, and now you got a huge 4th down and for the Raiders and a last gasp right here for Greene County Tech. And this will basically be the game right here.
Raider stands coming alive. They are getting allowed. Game on the line. Barber back to pass. It is complete out in the flats, and he is stopped by Charles Moore.
And that's going to be it.
They're blowing the whistle, and that will be it, folks. Big play out there by number 7. Big-time players making big-time plays as Charles Moore stops the play, and 1:07 remaining.
Another guy who's been huge tonight.
Oh, he's been huge all season, and very big play right there by Charles. 1:07 to play in the game. Nettleton will get the ball. They'll go into victory formation. Greene County Tech with no timeouts, a couple of snaps, and we will.
Yeah, you're going to take 2 knees right here and
escape with a hard-fought victory.
Hug your parents and go home. That's going to be it.
Right. Sing the alma mater and then
get out of here.
House.
Get out of here.
That's
as best you can.
Cade Carter from the gun. Nettleton in the victory formation. I do want to credit this Greene County Tech team. They were down.
I was just about to say that. I was very impressed with them.
16-0 at the beginning of the 4th quarter. And let me tell you something. They mounted a ferocious rally in the 4th quarter.
They put this thing in doubt the last 5 or 6 minutes of this game.
No doubt about it. 40-second play clock rolling. It's at 30 seconds right now. The game clock is at less than a minute, 45 seconds and ticking. Nettleton once again in the victory formation. Jaquan Dent playing safety, just in case something squirrely were to happen.
Yeah, before we gush about the Raiders, I want to say that Greene County Tech's got a young coaching staff and with a lot of their guys, and I'm impressed with the way their kids fought. I'm impressed with the way they played. I'm impressed that they were able to hang in this game and make this thing scary for everybody sitting on this home side right now. And that's a credit to the coaches and to all those kids wearing green and gold tonight. And I know there's no moral victories, but there's no shame in this one, I don't think.
Oh, no doubt about it. Greene County Tech comes in and gives Nettleton all that they can handle for sure. 3, 2, 1, the crowd says, and the clock is at 00. And the Raiders have won a thrilling homecoming game, 16-13 over Greene County Tech. Tell you what, let's just go right straight into the Consolidated Insurance postgame show. I want to say, first of all, thanks to our great crew tonight. Ryan Bell, who showed up early to get things set up and did the directing, had the TriCaster running like a – not the TriCaster, the Sling Studio running like a dream over there. Appreciate Ryan. Camera operators, Caleb Robinson and Kobe Miller, Eli Campbell, Adrian Torres, and Jack Jones running the cameras. Appreciate those guys, and I appreciate Amazing Grace in Hall calling color commentary. One of the guys that started NTV, Grayson Hall, NTV Sports anyway, is Grayson Hall.
Hey, it's homecoming for a reason.
That's right. That's right. It was a happy homecoming for sure. So thanks to the crew. Let's talk about this game. Nettleton started things off looking very impressive in the first quarter drive, capped off by a 1-yard Cameron Scarlett run. That made things 7-0. And Grayson, we were very proud of how the Raiders got this game started.
Yeah, absolutely. They got off to a good start. They took their first drive 50-something yards and scored. They forced a punt right out of the gate. Then they went down and kicked a field goal right after that, and it was early second quarter, and we're thinking, man, here we go. It's 10-0, and, we got this thing rolling. And then Greene County Tech really punched them in the mouth, and they forced an interception down there at the goal line late in the first half. They keep battling, and I give both teams credit for fighting the whole way. But the Raiders were able to get, I guess, what I would say an insurmountable lead towards the end of this game, and it's not a pretty win, but a good team win. You're running low on running backs. You got guys that are gimpy, but you had Cade Carter played well for the most part, other than the couple picks that he had. But he threw the ball well. Your defense stepped up when it needed to, and you got a good, ugly win, but a team win regardless. And conference wins you'll take them anytime you can get them in this league.
Exactly.
Especially against rivals like Greene County Tech.
No doubt about it. With the win, Nettleton moves to 5-2 on the season. I'm doing my best to get a shot of the players singing the alma mater. There we go. That's a sight that brings joy to my heart right there. A happy homecoming team.
I never really got much to do that, I was usually up here with
That's right.
With
That's right.
With Mr. Cade Carlton.
But there's the cheerleaders and the football team singing the alma mater. Appreciate our crew getting that shot for this old Raider. The Raiders, with the win, they move to – and before I get to that, let's recount the second half. Nettleton went into the halftime break with a 10-0 lead. In the third quarter, Cameron Scarlett broke off a 41-yard run to make the score 16-0. There was a bad snap on the PAT, and that's the reason that Golden didn't kick that thing through. So Nettleton went into the fourth quarter 16-0. However, the fourth quarter was all Greene County Tech. A touchdown, 27-yard pass from Christian Barber to Shad Vaughn. 2-point conversion, no good, made it 16-6. And then another pass to Williams, an 11-yard touchdown pass, made it 16-13. Nettleton got the ball. They fumbled and gave Greene County Tech the ball deep in their own territory. Thankfully, the defense stood, and they preserved this 16-13 win. And the TMC and Raider Nation will be going home happy tonight for sure. With the win, the Raiders move to 5-2 on the season. They even things up at 2-2 in conference. Greene County Tech 0-4 in conference. They are 1-6 overall. Nettleton next week will be traveling to Forest City to take on the Forest City Mustangs. And Grayson, that's always a tough game for us.
Absolutely, and it'll be a big one. I'm looking at the standings right now, and I don't know how their game tonight went, but either win or lose, we either were tied with them or we're a game back after tonight's events. And so going to Forest City will be a big game for playoff implications. Win, and you might find yourself playing past the first weekend in November, and lose, and you might find that senior night's your last night. And it'll be a big one. And it's always a fun game. Some of the most wild finishes I've ever seen in high school have happened against Forest City.
No doubt, no doubt. It's going to be a big game, and we're going to bring it to you next Friday night at 7 o'clock from Forest City. Hope that you can spend your Friday night once again with us. It's a happy night here at Nettleton. The Raider faithful taking the field to listen to the post-game speech by Coach Stephen Hampton. He's encouraging the boys out there right now. And before we sign off, I want to say great big thanks to our sponsors once again. Consolidated Insurance. Shadrachs Coffee. You like Shadrachs Coffee?
I'm not a big coffee guy, but when I drink coffee, I like Shadrachs. Yes. Absolutely.
Well, they got things besides coffee there. They have some outstanding milkshakes.
I have had their milkshakes before. I had a chocolate milkshake from there one time, and it was fantastic.
Oh, phenomenal. They bring all the boys to the yard.
Yes, they do.
Should I have said that?
No, it's fine. It'd be all right. It'd be all right.
Great milkshakes, however, at Shadrachs Coffee. They got these drinks called Raging Red Bulls. Do you like Red Bull? Do you like energy drinks?
Sometimes.
You ought to try that, a Raging Red Bull. They can blend it up. It's kind of like a Red Bull slush.
Okay.
And they can add flavor, like the Sun-Kissed flavor. It's kind of an orange-type flavor. There's a Sour Patch Kid flavor. Let me just say, Shadrachs have got all kinds of cold drinks options. Just a really, really good place. Shadrachs Coffee, we appreciate them. It's Cameron Scarlett coming into the studio and waving at us. That young man had a heck of a game tonight, rushing for over 100 yards. First Community Bank, Alan Williams, always a proud supporter of Nettleton. His son, key part to the Raider win tonight. He centered every single ball that was snapped to Cade Carter from the offensive side. So good job, Cooper Williams, and we appreciate First Community Bank. Russell's Truck Accessories, my friend Ronnie Russell and the team there at Russell's. Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry Gray, who's so generous with helping out this great school. Hilltop Fitness, Mike Wessel. If you want to get in shape, that's the best place. Believe me, that's the best place to go. Sometimes you need some motivation. You need somebody to kick you in the butt, and Mike Wessel's very good at that. Former UFC fighter, former Bellator competitor, Mike Wessel. He owns Hilltop Fitness, and he is a proud supporter of the Nettleton Raiders. Collision Repair, my friend Jeff Edgar, who I know you're a Nettleton historian, Grayson.
I mean, sort of, halfway.
Jeff Edgar is known as being the first Nettleton Raider to hit an over-the-fence home run in school history.
Really?
It happened in the first game against Bay, 1986.
Wow.
Modern era. Now I say that they played baseball back in the 50s here. Maybe somebody hit an over-the-fence home run then, but modern era, Jeff Edgar's the first. And
all right.
He's the man that runs.
Another team coached by Coach Darrell Dover.
That's right. 86 team. It sure was. It sure was. Collision Repair, Jeff Edgar and the crew there. Front Page Cafe, Johnny Baseball, Mickey Feltz. I'll be there tomorrow morning. Come and see me. I might even buy you breakfast if you come and see me. And
he will not buy you breakfast.
If I can remember my wallet, I will. I will promise you, I will buy you breakfast. We appreciate Johnny Baseball, Mickey Feltz at the Front Page Cafe, and Legacy Homes, Billy Poole, Coach Keith Thomas. Great night. Happy homecoming, Grayson.
Absolutely. I love being up here for homecoming. It was great being back in the booth. You guys have really updated what you're doing up here since the last time I did this. Me and Cade just had a couple laptops and
a snowball microphone.
And a snowball microphone, I know.
Yeah,
and it was fun. I enjoyed it. The Raiders had a tough win tonight, and always love to have homecoming in with a W.
That's right. So hats off to Greene County Tech for a tough game. Congratulations to the Raiders. Next week we'll be at Forest City for Caleb, for Colby, for Adrian, for Jack, for Eli, for Ryan Bell, the producer, and for Grayson Hall, the analyst. I want to say my name is Craig Miller. Thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast tonight. We'll do it again next week. Until then, Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.
Alma mater, alma mater, heed our parting song. Honor, truth, and joy attend thee. We have loved thee long. Alma mater, ever wise.